We are live. We are live with Thrive. This is Thrive Conference 1.0, and you are all welcome. So, wherever you are seeing this, from whatever platform you are seeing this, Facebook, LinkedIn, which other platform? YouTube, you're welcome. Okay, I want you to know that you are welcome, and I want you to know that you are special. Okay, so this is me shouting out to you as an awesome being that you are. Tonight, we are going to be having a very fantastic speaker come share his knowledge with us. Wisdom that would help you thrive in your business and in your career in a time like this. So, this is this is really heartfelt for me, considering the fact that I've met a lot of people who are right now they are complaining that the economy is killing their businesses, things are tight for them and all that. But then there is wisdom for you to navigate. There's actually a way out from the pain that a lot of people are going through right now. There's a lot that you can do, and that lot is what we are here to hear from a master. Ladies and gentlemen, the origin of this Thrive conference is from a series of conversations. As you can see, everything is not all perfect, right? Everything is not all perfect. I tried the most I could. It was I'll tell the story later. I'll tell this story later. But you know, I just couldn't bear it anymore. I felt like people need to hear these things, right? People need to shatter the limitations that are holding them back. The things that they think are not possible, that is making them not to even attempt. People need to start seeing beyond the horizon. They need to start seeing possibilities. They need to start seeing truth. So I thought of people who, I didn't want the fluff. I've attended a lot of conferences online, offline, physical events. And at the end of the day, we have a lot of tips flying over your head. Oh, a lot of things, you know. It seems wonderful, sounds wise, but at the end of the day, it's not really something that you find very practical. So you get inspired for a moment, and the next thing the inspiration dies, and you return to ground zero. So I thought of people I mean, who are beyond the flaw. I thought of people who would share it as it is. I thought of people who are experts and not just experts, people who can convey the expertise to other people who can pass their knowledge, people who are wise and can transmit the wisdom. And that is how I was able to come up with the speakers that we have for this conference. And the first speaker we are going to be having is no one else but Sir Nonso Onyejemezi. So I already sent his bio to the WhatsApp group. And if you are seeing this and you are not, forgive the sound in my background. Some people are moving. My neighbor is moving, so she's moving her stuff. Let me. So please, I want to do a quick sound. I'm going to do a quick sound check. So once you come in and you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me. Okay, just let me. And I can hear this with my mic. I'm trying to just block the noise. So if you can hear me, let me know. And then I would love to see your comments. I can see Ijoma, Darlington, Wonderful Man, Varashi, Succeed, Bazalil. I see you. I see you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Varashi. So, I didn't want a fluffed up event. I didn't just want to organize something and then it's trending, and people are not really getting real value. Now, this is being streamed on LinkedIn. It's being streamed on. Wow, Ruth, you're here. Welcome. Phoebe, welcome, 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 welcome. Phoebe is my team. Varashi is my team. I'm really, really grateful for these guys. Without them, this event would have not held. They were the ones who I started this whole vision with. So, like I was saying, I didn't want something to just organize and post it everywhere, and it just passes. So this is streaming on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on YouTube, and it's going to be there for a while. It's going to be there for a while. So if you have somebody you want to invite to this event, bring them on. Okay, bring them on and let them know that something great is happening here. Whatever link that you use to join this session tonight, you can share it. You can put it out. Share it on your status. Make it, announce it. Let them know that we're live, because the person I'm about to bring on stage is not a small person. So I'm going to pull up his bio. Okay. So good. So once you come in live, mention, just introduce yourself in the comment section and let me know where you're viewing from. So if you're viewing from LinkedIn, just mention LinkedIn. If you're viewing from Facebook, mention it. If you're watching from YouTube, mention it as well. So we'll surely have an amazing time. Okay. So who is Nonso? Who is Nonso Onyejemezi? Let me say one thing. I have his bio here, but most of the things I'm going to be saying are not from his bio. Mr. Nonso is a very is a very humble person. Is a very humble person. And from my interaction with him, from reading his posts, from seeing what he does, what he posts online, and what he does every single time, I know he is a very humble person. He is humility personified, and he wants to help people. He wants to go every mile possible to help people. Another thing I know is that he's too gifted, and that makes him busy. And because he's busy, I think he feels kind of guilty that he can't help the whole world. So by every means he has, in fact, knowing Nonso Onyejemezi is mentorship. I was telling somebody one time that if you know Nonso, you probably don't need his close mentorship if you are following him online on social media, because he's like, I've never seen in this whole wide world. I'm serious now. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to whine him here, but I've never seen somebody who shares information with so much depth of clarity, with so much, desire to help people, direction, like in-depth quality information. This is how to do it step by step. It's not follow these 3 steps and number 4 step is pay for my online course. No, 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 that's not Sanon. So by all means, he wants every channel of him to help other people. And this is, I mean, that I connected with that. It's the spirit of an altruist. I connected with that so much when I first started seeing his posts, his contents online. And there was a point it came to, I was just like, this is exactly the way I write. But this guy does it better. I mean, he does it 10 times better. With so much, so let me not go and speak grammar that I don't understand. But yes, Sanonso is a great man. He's a good man. And if you are not following him, do yourself that favor. There's so many things. I have a community that at a point I even felt like maybe I should just rename the community to Nonso Onyejemezi group, because I'll come to Facebook and nothing is really giving me what I'm looking for from the social space. And all of a sudden his post will just pop up. I read it and I'm like, no, 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 no. This post has to be saved somewhere. So I'll just forward, let everybody I know benefit from his work. So please and please, if you are not following him, do yourself that favor and follow him. I'm not going to beg you. You will miss if you don't follow him. That one is certain, it's pure. Okay? So do yourself the favor and follow Nonso Onyejemezi as soon as possible. I'm going to send all his links. I'm going to send his Facebook, and Sir, please, I know I don't want others to do the asking. I'm going to ask on their behalf. Please send us your social media links, everything that you want us to see, anything, so that I will trend it, I'll repost it, so that as many people as possible can benefit from the value that you are sharing. In fact, if all I succeed in doing is introducing my audience to Nonso Onyejemezi, I am I am satisfied. Like I am happy. It don't be. Okay. So good, good, good. He is the CEO of Evergreen Website Brokers, and he's a prolific writer. That this one I can attest. I can attest to the fact that he's a prolific writer. His writing is it's next level writing. Okay. So even if you want to learn how to write, you need to go and study him. You need to go and read his content. If you can, I don't know if he offers any writing class, but if he mistakenly offers anyone, jump on it. I mean, in fact, anything he offers, just jump on it. I mean, I've talked too much. He's a mindset enthusiast, a hardcore lover of humanity, and a deep thinker who has helped over 1,000 people to find clarity and pave their life, business, and career paths. That I can attest to as well. You are looking for clarity. See, I don't know how to put this. I will talk too much if I start talking about this one. But when it comes to clarity, he is a name you can trust. He's a name you can trust. Sometimes you don't even need long story. Just go to his posts on Facebook and start reading. Just start reading. You'll find the clarity you are looking for. That's how serious it is. And his core life goal is to leave the world a little better than he found it. When I saw this, I was like, wow, yeah. But he's doing more than a little better. He's doing more than a little better because the people he's influencing, I'm part of those he's influencing. I'm part of those who are benefiting from his work. And I'm going to go out. I'm also going to influence a lot of people, right? I'm going to use that same attribute and reach out to others, right? And he is our speaker for tonight. Yes, I've done a lot of talking. So let me bring the emperor, the conqueror, the champion on stage. Welcome, Sir Nonso Onyejemezi, as you take us on the topic wisdom for success in business in a time like this. That's the topic. Driving maximum profit in the modern marketplace. So, ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause wherever you are. Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. I, at a point, I felt they were talking about someone else. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. And I was shocked that I was the one that was being introduced that way. And thank you so much, Chijoki. And like I would always say, whenever I volunteer to share everything I have in my head, I become a better person. I don't go back empty. I go back a better person. So I never regret any time I jump on sections of virtual events or anything of this kind to help people. So far is within my reach to do. So quickly, so we're going to be talking about the topic practical solutions and wisdom for driving maximum profit in the marketplace. Um, Mr. Chijoke, can you confirm if my voice is clear enough?
It's very clear. It's very clear, sir.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, so that's the topic we're going to be demystifying. We're going to break it down, and I'm going to be as practical as I can. I'm going to give a whole lot of instances. I don't know how long this section is going to last, but I'll try to do everything that is within my power, right? To give my best. First of all, the reason why most of you are here, if not every one of you, is you need that change. You need that. you need to hit the next phase of your business. It could be your career, it could be your business. Maybe you've been struggling, you've been going in circles. And the thing about going in circles is not a bad thing, it's not a crime. Everyone goes in circles at one point of their lives or the other. The difference is how long do you go in circles? Do you go in circles for a very long time? So you're here for that reason. But some persons might be here and they have not placed their hand on something that they want to really do. They don't know where to start from. So I'm not going to come here and start addressing the people that have gotten a headway, kind of. They just need to scale. So there are categories of people. The people that they've gotten a headway, they need scaling. Then there are people that are confused about what to do. So I'm going to start from the people that are confused about what to do. I'll just give you some practical tips. It's going to be brief so that because of time and everything. So I'll give you some practical tips you could use to pick up from where you are, from that your confused state. Then we're now going to move to the people that they have something doing, they just want to scale, right? So that everybody will be carried along. Okay, first of all, if you are at the phase of your life where you don't know where to start from, like I said, it's fine. Everyone has been at that phase of their life. So nobody is going to come and act as if, oh, we have life figured out. Nobody has life figured out 100%, right? We're just trying to live by our experience. So if you're at that phase of your life, the first one of the ways you could find what you're going to be good at, right? Either in the long term or in the short term, because what we're doing today, in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years, we sincerely don't know if that is what we're going to keep up doing. That's the truth. But for other phase, right? One way to find that out, I've shared it with if a countless number of people. One way to find that out is if you have a problem, don't don't run from your problem. And I'm saying this, I'm going to give you a practical instance, right? Don't run away from your problems. Yeah, it sounds kind of sounds strange. Don't run away from your problem. What do you do? Find every means to get a solution to your problem. When you do that, you can sell your solution. And when you sell your solution, it's going to be coming from a place of experience, not from a place of knowledge. It's going to be coming from a place of experiential knowledge. Like in 2016, I was having this issue, and this was how I solved it. I can help you solve it. So, one way to find out what you're going to do without stressing your head, without looking for one big mentor that you're going to pay billions of naira and the rest of them, is solve that problem. Find a way, even if it's going on YouTube, going on Google. It could be a problem with fixing a design that you're trying to do. It could be a problem you're facing at home. It could be a problem you're facing in your kitchen. It could be that your gas exploded and you found a way to fix that gas. You've solved the problem. So what do? You package the solution because that's the solution, and lots of millions of people are still going to fall into that pit. They are still going to have that problem. They are still going to face that challenge. There is no problem that is unique to anybody. You understand? Nobody is unique to a specific problem. So if you pass through a problem and you find the solution, then be rest assured that millions of people will fall into that pit. Then where do you come in? You come in as a person that will give them a hand because you've been there and you solved it. You didn't you didn't run away like a puppy. You understand? So that is one way. Solve your problem, sell the solution. The second one on my list is pay attention. Pay attention to pay attention to those things that people applaud you for. Someone could tell you, "Oh, Jennifer, you're so good at speaking. Your voice is so awesome. Like you have this angelic voice." Jennifer tells you that. John tells you that. Chijoke tells you that. Nonso tells you that. Joy tells you that. It's a signal, it's a sign, it's a green flag, not a red flag. It's a green flag that um, you need to start looking into that thing. Then what you now need is you need to now polish yourself, which is why we're here today. You need to now polish yourself around that skill because the skill is like gold that has not been refined yet. So everybody tells you your voice is so good. Then voiceover could be calling. You understand? You could now decide that I want to be one of the best voiceover artists in the world, right? That is my number two. Number three, and let's see. Sorry, I have it down on my notes. Number three, if you have the gift, there's what they call the gift of helping people to discover their own gift. You know, so it's not about just discovering the gift that will help you to solve problems and everything. If you can help people to solve the problem of finding who they are, like discovering their own gifts. You know, when you look at someone and you tell the person that I see you can do this, but the person doesn't know, the person has never thought of it before. That thing you just did is a gift on its own. Like is a beautiful gift. And funny thing is people underlook that gift, people underrate it, people just act as if it's nothing. It's one of the rarest gifts ever in this life to help people discover their own gift. So if you know how to look at people, Don Jazzy is that kind of person. You know, Don Jazzy looks at a teenager and he sees a teenager that in 10 years' time, this teenager is going to be a world class art. And he picks that teenager and he makes a celebrity out of the teenager. Not every music producer out there or not every record label owner has that kind of gift, but he has it and he has been using it, right? The last one on my list is if people always reach out to you to help them solve a specific problem, like you naturally solve it seamlessly, you effortlessly solve that problem for them. You know, can you help me fix my bulb? Can you help me to do this? Can you help me to, or can you help me to, there's this thought in my head, but I can't put the thoughts into writing. Can I tell you what is in my head and you help me to put it in writing? It's a crazy gift, you know. I'll tell you how I discovered writing, that I was a good writer. In my family, what they do is they call Nonso like, hey Nonso, um, my siblings, my siblings will call my elder siblings. Also, I want to put down something, get my head, but I don't know how I go take. Just help me arrange them. And that's it. Then what I do is I put it together and it makes sense. We're in the class and I don't look at the blackboard back then. I prefer to write in my own way. So most people would come and see what I've written and pick it. People were always coming to me to help them summarize. So I could summarize in text easily. And I knew this was a gift. So when people meet you often for something, don't undermine it, don't joke with it. So these four, I mentioned four, right? I don't know if it's up to five. Let's see. But these four that I mentioned are things you could kick off with. You could kick off with them if you're at that phase of, I don't know what to do. I don't even know where to start. Start from there. Start from solving your problems, selling the solution, things people applaud you for, like you're so good at this, things people reach out to you for. And what's the other one I talked about? I think I mentioned one other one again. Um, okay, I can't find it again on my list.
I
So
think it's helping
you
other
could
people
watch the
discover
review.
their gifts, right?
Also, thank you. Okay, that's why we have Chijoki here. So helping people discover what they are good at. So you could do that, and by the end of this section, you could now know how to apply these things. Because I'm not just going to come here and tell you, help people find their solution, solve it, and everything, and leave you hanging. That means I did nothing. I just triggered your emotions and made you feel good and left you hanging. I don't do that. No, I don't do that. We're going to go into practicality, right? And first of all, before all of this, um, we can take off the place of mindset. Sometimes we talk about mindset and it's as if it's now a cliche, like everybody's talking about mindset. There is a way you talk about something and it becomes obsolete. Like it doesn't make sense again. You know, you talk about discipline to the point that, oh, discipline is important, discipline is this. And at the point, it looks as if discipline is now obsolete. Like, don't be disciplined, we don't hear on fire. But I'll tell you something, there are things that will never fade. Like, they will never fade in this life. They've been there, they've been established. They will never fade in they've never faded, they will never fade in this life, and they are not going to fade in the life to come. They are always going to be constant. And without them, you can't get results. Discipline is one of them. Whether you agree or not, I don't know. That's the reality. We're not coming here to make you feel good. We're telling you how these things work. Discipline is their mindset, and anything you do falls back to how you see things. I said something before now. I said, sell your solution, fix that problem, sell the solution. And I'll tell you that I've done it severally. But let me give you one instance of the one I did in 2021. I had issues with PayPal. Then I was into freelance writing. I had severe issues with my PayPal account and it was frozen. I think I lost about $2,700 there. And like I woke up to it. So I sat on my bed. I was like, asked myself, like, what should I do? Should I go to social media and tell everybody that, oh, I just lost this amount of money so that they will throw all the sympathies at me? Oh, not so ever. So, hey, yeah, how did it happen? Then I'll start explaining. And then nothing happens after then. After all the I hate sympathies, I hate those things. I don't like pity. So I said I have that choice to do that, and I have the choice of getting the solution because there's a solution to every problem, right? Sometimes the solution might be tedious. That's why we think solutions, there are no solutions to problem. I said, okay, I'm going to use the next 72 hours, which was 3 days. I'll find a solution. Now I'm telling you about how mindset works, and I'm telling you in practical terms. I'm not telling you how mindset works and I don't apply it. I've applied it countlessly. How you see things. So at that moment, I was solution driven. I said, okay, let's get to work. I In 2 days, in lesser than 2 days, I found a solution. I found a VPN that you can use and then receive your payment and everything. And I did it successfully. I received my new payment and I used it for 3 months, tested it, and guess what? I sold the solution. But I didn't sell it to Nigerians. I sold it to Pakistanis and Indians because there's this platform I'm a member of. They call it Black Arts World. From It's like an online community. So I went there and packaged it. It was a short video. I sold it for $12. $12, $12. And I think I made 5,650, from that solution. I sold it for, I think, close to 8 months, right? Close 8 to 9 months. And that VPN wasn't working again. The solution I found. But man, I made money. I showed them what was working because I found the solution to a problem that almost choked me. So I recovered, in a way, I
Sabi,
recovered the
the
money I
five
lost and
thousand
I
six
made more.
fifty is dollars, Sabi.
In dollars now, we know they use Naira again. Though.
Oh my god.
So you understand? But the one I lost initially was 2000, I think 2008. I think almost 3K. And I made extra 2000 plus. And I had a solution and it gave me some kind of reputation in that community, that online community. So all of these things happened because of the way I saw. That means the same day it happened, the same day that thing happened to me, It might have happened to maybe several other persons, possibly. And like I said, I could go to social media and cry foul, like, hey, everybody come and pity me. My life is gone and everything. But I don't do that. I'm a solution driven person. That's the mindset I'm talking about, right? So the first thing you need to fix is how you see things, which is mindset. Is a part of mindset. If we go into the conversation talking about mindsets, we're not going to be done today, right? So what I'm saying basically is you start seeing things differently. If you don't start seeing things differently, everything I'm going to say here will be trash. Like, it's not going to make any sense to you, right? So you start seeing things differently. And I'll tell you how to see things differently, right? I'll show you how to do that. Now let's get to business, right? Okay, come close, take your pen and your paper, and let's see what we can get from the time we have. First off, for the people that want to scale, like you want to scale what you're doing to the next level, there is a whole lot of effort you need to put in, right? Aside seeing things in a different way, the mindset thing and everything, you need to put in real effort. That is, if you're not using adverts, you're not using advertising, you're not using advertising for to push yourself out there, and you need to put in effort. You need to put in you need to be a whole lot of this. You need to be really disciplined. And if I'm talking about discipline, I'm serious about it, right? If you tell yourself that I'm not going to do this, then don't do it because there are consequences. For me, I'm not scared of, sorry, I don't care about benefits of something. I'm more scared about consequences of things that are not done. So if someone should ask me, Nonso, what drives you? I'll say, what drives me is what is going to happen if I don't do, because consequences are always there. Consequences of not doing is that your rent is going to come up and you can't pay. You're going to be ill and you can't foot your medical bills. You have a family, something is going to happen to your kid and you can't do nothing because you don't have money. Those are the consequences of not doing. That is what scares me most. So I'm not looking at what will I get if I do. No, that is basic. Everybody is looking at that. What you should be looking at is what will happen if I don't do. Who is going to lose if I don't win? That's the question you should ask yourself every time you feel that I can't do this. Someone is going to lose. Trust me, right? Someone is going to lose. And it could be a family member, it could be there are people that are dependent on you, both knowledge sharing, financially, someone is dependent on you. Those people are going to lose. And when I talk about losing, I'm not talking about losing a life. Like they're going to lose at something because you're not doing, right? Yeah, my mom was ill last year, and that's a consequence. If I was not doing, we might not be able to come up with the bills, and she would have maybe passed on. Consequence. So, first, you're going to have a blueprint. You're going to draft your blueprint here, right? I'll tell you the things you're going to draft in your blueprint. There are things you've heard over time. You've heard it over and over, but I'm just going to say it here because you need to see where you're going so that you're going to Port Harcourt, for instance, from Lagos. You're going to Port Harcourt from Lagos. You have a reason why you're going to Lagos from Port Harcourt. You're not just going to, you will not wake up, go to the park, board the vehicle or go to the airport, board the flight, and you're going to Lagos. What are you going there to do? You need to see Lagos. You need to know what you're going to do in Lagos. If you're going to visit someone, if you're going for a business trip is going to be either in your mental space, like maybe you have a mental note of it or you've written it down, right? This is what everybody does when they want to make a trip. So this is like a trip. Everything we're going to be doing today is we'll call it a trip. It's going to be like a journey. And when you're taking your journey, you're not taking your journey and you want life to work out itself. If you leave things to life, to nature and everything, nature is going to mess everything up because nature doesn't have a thinking faculty on its own. Nature is dynamic, like just like our computers. It's been programmed, nature has been programmed in a certain way. So it's just like you plant your corn is going to germinate within this. Everybody knows that within so time you germinate, it's going to. But humans are not like that. Humans, we push things to work. Nature works on its own. So don't allow nature to plant for you. It's going to be a disaster, right? So we're going to draft our blueprint now, right? The first thing is, for the people that you have a business that you want to scale, you take this blueprint. For those that are beginners, that are newbies, you don't know what to do, first of all, you could use any of those points I mentioned at the beginning. Then you're going to put those points down before what I'm going to reel out, before what I'm going to these points I'm going to mention now, right? So the points I'll be mentioning that would make up your blueprint, you could tweak them, you could edit it. This is something that came from my head. It must not be what you follow, right? I don't even like the step by step process. You don't need to follow the step by step process. What's happening? Can you still hear him? Hello everyone, can you hear me? Or can you hear me? I don't know. I can't hear anything.
Okay, so anybody here, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I think I don't know why um it seemed like it cut off at some point. Hello, can anybody hear me? Okay. Okay, you're back.
What happened? I think the network was not good.
I
I
was even
wasn't
thinking it
seeing
was
myself.
I was thinking it was from my end. So, okay.
Okay, so we're back, right? Let's do this. So I was talking about getting your
Let me
blueprint
see.
drafted.
I can't even hear clearly. Okay. Try speaking again.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. Those who are here, can you hear him very clearly? If you can hear him, then we go ahead. Once you
If
can
you
hear
can
him,
hear me,
we'll go
kind
ahead.
Welcome to use Valid products. Bluetooth mode.
Let me try. Okay. So you, yeah, they can hear you.
okay. All right. So I was talking about we're going to get important getting a blueprint. I don't want to call it a plan so that it's not going to look so common. Like, oh, we've written so many plans in the past, So let's call it a blueprint so that it's going to sound different. But we call follow the plan, and I'll tell you how to follow it and get results with it. But um, the only job we have here, you know, I, Chijoke, and any other person, all the other speakers that would come on and speak in the coming days, the only job we have here is to show you how to use the toilet. But we are not going to go to the toilet on your behalf. Remember this. So the ball is in your court, right? So number one on your blueprint, what what do you sell or what do you plan to sell? What do you sell? It means that you're selling something already. By selling, um I'm not talking about going outside there to put something on your head to sell. When you're offering a service, you're selling. Everybody sells. It depends on the category of sales that we fall into, right? So what do you sell or what do you plan to sell? That is the first thing that should be on your blueprint. You could type it somewhere, you could write it down somewhere so that we are all going to be on the same page, right? So, what do you sell or what do you plan to sell? So, for the people that are beginners, I've given 4 points that you could use to. I'm sure that you would have come up with something. If you came up with something when I reeled out the 4 points, just put it in the comment section. Just say, oh, no, so out of those things you said, this was what I thought of. So take that thing you thought of and put it down in your blueprint, right? And that is what do you do or what do you plan to do? What do you sell or what do you plan to sell? What do you offer or what do you plan to offer? They are all the same thing, right? That's the first thing on our blueprint. And who needs what you offer? Who is going to need it? Write it down. Who is going to need it? So you've written what do I sell or what do I offer? You've written that down. Then we're going to be practical, right? What do I sell or what do I plan to sell? Let's assume that let's assume let's assume you're a writer. I'm going to use the writing instance because I've been a writer for some time so that I'll give you practical instances. So what do you sell or what do you plan to sell? I sell writing services, or I'm a writer and I want to earn from my writing. So that should you should feel it this way. Then who needs what you offer? You start putting the people that are going to need what we offer. Now, let's assume we're all writers here. I'm using writing so that we're not out of. So who needs our writing services? Then we're now going to start writing the categories of people that need our writing services. Let's say website owners, companies, firms, digital marketing agencies, um, people that need ghostwriting services, people that need this, people that need that. So all of these people are going to need writing services, right? You need to get those people down. And I'll tell you, there's another category that people don't talk so much about when it comes to who needs. Because sometimes you might be so obsessed with the people that directly need what you're offering that you're now going to forget that there are other people that you're supposed to be addressing while still talking to the direct audience. So let's say, for instance, let me give another instance. You sell Weavon, you sell hair, Weavon, wig, and everything for ladies. First of all, the usual thing everybody is going to tell you is that ladies are your audience. That's true, but they are not the only audience that you have. I'll tell you why. There's another audience, and that audience is the people that foot the bills for most of the ladies. Someone could put it in the comment section. I can't see the comment section from here, but someone could just type it. Like the people, there is that audience that we are not talking about. So we just jump and say, oh, if you're selling wigs, your audience must be ladies. No, one of your direct audience are ladies. Your indirect audience are people that fund the lifestyle of some ladies. I'm not saying all the ladies now, right? People that are married, some of them they take this money from their husbands. Some people that are not married, they take from their spouses, their boyfriend, and the rest. Some people that they don't have partners, they don't have romantic partners. Some of them, their good casual friends do some of these things for them. Sometimes it might be a sibling. Like I buy stuff for my sisters, for my elder sisters, because I love them. I buy stuff on their birthdays. That means I'm an indirect audience. That means someone could sell female stuff to me intentionally if they want to. That's why we're here. You know, I'll just be what I'm going to be sharing today. You're just going to be seeing things from another kind of perspective that you're not too used to. But that is it. That's where mindset comes in, where we need to be seeing things away from the way people see it out there. So um, we have the direct audience, which are the people that would need these things. We have the indirect audience, people that could foot the bills for the people that need it. If you're selling a baby, um, you're selling a baby food or baby meal or any of those things that these infants they eat. The infants are not, they are the audience that would eat that. So they are the consumers, they're the final consumers, but their parents are the targeted audience. So because the babies eat this food, you're not going to be targeting babies. You see where our indirect audience comes in. Then we have another category of audience that are those that would recommend people that need it. So when you're building, don't build for the people that need your stuff directly. You're going to be losing money, you're going to be losing out a whole lot of things on the table. So what do? You build for the people. That's why you need to even know the people that you're selling to. When you know the people you're selling to, then you now know the people that will likely be around the people you sell to. So if I'm a writer and I want to sell my writing services to website owners, that means there are some people that are close to website owners that could recommend me to website owners. And who are those guys? They could be they could be web developers, they could be programmers, people that do programming, right? People that the code, people that do coding, people that do, so these are indirect, these are people that could take you by the hand and say, Oga, I know this guy, he's a good writer. Now they are not the ones taking the job. They are not the ones giving you the job, but they know someone who can give you the job. The same way you could align so well with the gateman or with the chef or with the driver or with the security man of a super wealthy person, and you have access to them through that person at the gate or through that chef. That's why everybody is important. Every damn person out there. Don't joke with humans. People are so important. Forget status. Oh, I'm telling you this reality. Forget status. Treat everybody right until they prove otherwise. If that's what you're going to take tonight, take it. I would have shared a story, but I'll skip it. Maybe Chijoke can remind me of the story later, maybe towards the end. But I'll share a story that would that is going to support treating people right. I trust me, the story is real. It happens to me. I have lots of stories, but I don't want to keep sharing them. So then the last set of people you're going to be keen about, people that you're going to pay attention to, are those that are going to buy in future. So these people need real estate, but they are not financially capable today. Those people should be on your list, on this your blueprint too. I'm not telling you to keep writing all of those things now, but just take the questions I will be dropping, like who do you sell to, and then what do you sell and everything. You could take that down. Much later, with everything I'm saying here, you could go and expand on it so that you're not distracted, right? So let me do a recap before I move to the next point. So the four categories of people: people that need it directly, people that foot the bills for the people that need it directly, people that know the people that need it directly, and the people that are going to patronize you or buy from you in the future. Some people are going to buy from you in 2 years' time. That is when they are going to be financially. Funny thing is, they might not even know that they might be that rich later, but you plan for them, you groom them from this time. There are some people I knew 3 years ago on Facebook. They go to people's DM. Please, sir, can you mentor me? Can you help me? Today, they are big guys. They are doing well. They are doing well, and I can see their progress. So imagine if you had someone has groomed any of those guys, then they will buy from the person today. So these things are long term, right? Okay. Where are the places you could find these people? You would have heard it severally. These points. Where are the places you can find the people that need your? But I'll be sharing it from another angle. Where are the places that you can find people that need your services or products? Remember, what we're talking about here today is not the usual thing we've been saying out there. What we're saying here today is how you can scale. And scaling means getting premium clients. There are categories to getting clients. What I'm coming here to share with you today is how to get clients that are going to pay you solid money, like they'll pay you good money, not peanuts. But there are lots of things that will be applied before people can rake out, take out money and put it in your trust, which is what I'm sharing today. So, where, what places can you find these people, this set of people that will be needing your services directly, indirectly, in the future, and all of those things I mentioned? Then this is where you need to now put on your thinking cap. You need to start thinking deep. You don't need to find yourself in the midst of people that are doing the same thing you do. That's one mistake lots of people make out there. I've seen it happen, and it doesn't make sense. So you're a writer and you're in 1,000 writing communities. It's fine. You could use it to build your capacity, your whatever. But if you want to make money, if you want to meet premium clients, you're not going to meet premium clients where these people like you gather often, because the people like you are coming for the same people you're coming. They are coming to survive, just like you. They are coming to hustle. They are coming to find their daily bread. So when you go to the marketplace, our physical marketplaces, our local marketplaces, you go there, you're going to see, you have this line. You see line of meat sellers, see line of pepper sellers, you see line of, how they struggle to sell. That is what people do online. The reason why they struggle to sell is you have 1,000 more persons doing the same thing you're doing, coming to the same place. So what do? You move away from the people that are like you. I'm not saying move away from them entirely. You could join those groups once in a while, you go get updates, network with people. That's fine. Now we're talking about building a business. So what do? Since you've written the you've written all the people, let's say the people that will need your services, what do? You start finding the place where they converge and talk about other things. So if you're a writer, for instance, you're not supposed to find yourself where they in Facebook groups where they write, where the name of the Facebook group is what do they call it? Content writers needed. You're going to struggle. Where do you find yourself? Find yourself in groups, for instance, or communities where those people that you've written down converge. So you've written down website owners. So you're going to now find communities where website owners come together to discuss about their website issues, not about writing. They come there to discuss about my WordPress. I was installing my WordPress, it was not working. What do I do? You could come there, there could be 50,000 members in that group, and you might be the only writer there. You have the opportunity to sell yourself easily. You have the opportunity to land a premium client there easily. No competition. Nobody is coming there to compete with you. No, all the writers, remember you left them. They are in the other groups, content writers needed, freelance writers. Hmm? So the same thing you could apply to your own business. You bake cake, you're into cake baking, you want to get premium clients, then you've written the people, the category of people that will need cake. People that are doing anniversaries, doing this, people that are doing their funeral, celebration, transition, all of those things, people that are doing life. And so you list out all of these things. That's if you want to do it online. But because we're online, I could go to the offline space and give some instances. We're not going to overstretch it. So these people now start thinking, I could find where women gather. I could find where women gather and talk about what they want to go into. I could find men come together to talk about the indirect audience. So a man foots the bills for an upcoming event. Trust me. So they could foot the bills, they could pay for the cake. Those people that foot the bills, they are the easiest people to target on earth. They are the easiest people to sell to. Trust me. If you bring a fine gown, for instance, like I see you on the road, you bring this fine gown, and you say, "No, so buy it for your sister or for your girlfriend or for your wife." I'm going to easily buy it. If I'll buy it, it's going to be easier to sell to me than to sell to that person I'm supposed to buy it for. So sometimes this indirect audience, they buy faster than the direct audience. Because sometimes the direct audience, they'll have some preferences like, oh, I don't like this one, it's too yellow, it's too dark. But when someone else buys for them, for the fact that it's a gift, they'll just accept it. Like, okay, it's fine, you know. So where do they convert? Asking yourself that question. And the place they converge, they should not talk about what you do. They should be talking about other things that you're concerned about. So I gave you the instance of writing, finding writing, premium writing clients. Then you should be looking for where people that do e-commerce, for instance, like Shopify, they do all of those things. They come there to talk about. I was Someone was trying to pay to me on Stripe, and they restricted. You should find yourself there. You now realize that the e-commerce will take care of your email list. As a writer, if you're writing email e-com guys, those e-com guys, they are not guys that pay peanuts. You could write 500, $800 for an email sequence, maybe just 8 emails to help people with their abandoned cats, like people that abandoned their cat and everything. All of those things. If you bake cake and you go in the midst of these women that are talking about, they could even be talking about religion, maybe Christian Women Association, whatever. They come there. If you find yourself there, if you network properly and you land 5 to 8 to 10 clients from there, they are premium clients because they didn't come there to look for some traded into their midst, and you sold that service to them in a way that people don't sell out there. I'm going to show you how to do that, right? So you find yourself in the midst of these people, the people that need the services or need your product. That's I think that should be the third thing on our list. And now, for platforms, you could do your stuff offline. I'm not an offline person. I've left the offline space for some time now. So I can't tell you what is really working out there offline. But online, you need a platform where people could go and check you out. People do background check. People check before someone is going to pay you 1 million naira for something or 500K. Some people even 1,000. They'll find out who you are. You understand? So if you're going to look for a premium client, then your house should be in order. You understand? You're not going to look for a premium client, and then when they come to your office, which is what? It could be your social media timeline, it could be your page, it could be your YouTube channel. I don't know the platform you want to use. They come to that platform and they are disappointed. They can't hand you money. It's a problem. I'll tell you something. One of the reasons why I One of the reasons why I'm so keen on creating content. Yeah, I create helpful content that help people and everything. But one of the core reasons why I'm consistent for a whole lot of reasons. One of them is that I'm a website broker. Help people to sell their websites for a commission. And I get 95% of the clients that I sell to, I get them on Facebook, at the back end of Facebook, not at the front. You understand? So I go to Facebook groups. We have marketplaces there. So what happens is the moment I reach out to someone, first of all, I sell to foreigners. Every day I talk to these foreigners, I sell to them, and then the first thing they do, the moment I drop a high available for sale, these are the details, this. The moment I do that, they jump to my timeline. That's the first thing they do. They go to my timeline and check me out. My timeline sells me. My page sells me before all of the hustles, before all of the questions that page sells me first of all. So my page makes the whole job of trust, the whole gap. It bridges the gap. So how am I going to buy a website of $20,000 or $10,000 or $30,000 from you, and you're a black dude from this part of the world and everything? So what my page, once I say hi, they get to my page, they come back and say let's deal. I'm not going to close that deal. In most cases, is maybe they did their due diligence, they checked the website and they don't like it, or issues and everything. But my page has sold me ahead of time. I'm telling you this because I'm not joking here. I'm serious. These are things I've practical. Form you're using is your office, is your virtual office. And the virtual office and the physical office, the difference is almost not there. If you think there's a difference between a physical office and a virtual office, yeah, the difference is this one is virtual, this one is, but they perform the same functions today. And your page is a virtual office. That's right, because you could build outside social media. So you have two options. Those two social media, then I'll come to social media with my results. I want to build on social media, get results, and scale to any length I want to scale to. You could pick any of these. So, but the platform you're going to use matters a whole lot outside social media. There are people that are building on Medium, medium.com. Medium.com is not a, making thousands of dollars there. There are people that are building on how you don't know what happens on social media. It's a way of building too. There are articles that they published on Medium. It comes on how it shows up on search. It shows up on HubSpot. It shows on different platforms. There are people that are built on Substack. You know, they don't care what happens on social media. There are people that they have a newsletter of 1,000 people, subscribers, and when they throw out one newsletter, they make thousands of dollars. And lots of other people, there are lots of people that are on social media struggling. They have 30,000, 50,000 followers, and nothing is happening in their lives. That's the difference. That's what we're going to address here today. So this is like the best time for me to say this. Try as much as possible to reduce your focus on building numbers. Yeah, I said that. Like, it could be tempting, it could be attractive, like you want to build so much numbers. It's awesome if you can build numbers, fine. But if you can build numbers, now I'm talking about you want to get to 100,000 followers and all of those things people do out there. For me, I don't care about what happens out there. The only thing I care about is results. If you're not getting results, we're not having a conversation. We need to talk. Like, we don't get stuff. You need to have results. Like, if you have 100,000 followers and you're not getting results, and you don't plan getting results, there's a big problem. That means you wasted so much time. And the funny thing is, some of these things can be reversed, you know, can be reversed. But I don't want to go into that. If you have 1,000 followers, for instance, or 2,000 followers, if you wake up tomorrow morning, all you should do is, how am I going to maximize 1,000? If I can get 10 people from my 1,000 followers are going to pay me 250K each for this. That means I've made 2 million. That's how people that are keen on building sustainable something like that. That's how they think. That means if you can make 10 people out of your 1,000 or 5 people out of your 1,000 followers to get you to do this for you. Let's say you take them to an email list, or you sell to them in an email, or you do any of those things out there, you sell to them. Imagine if you now have 10,000, if you now have 30, you now have 50. Man, your ego blow, like, because you know how to use your little. You have 500, 1,000, you have made that amount of money. You've made this amount of progress, not because you are a magician or anything. No, it's because you know that you could make the best out of what you have at hand. So you should be looking at, why we're here. Remember, we're fixing our mindset and everything. You should be looking at, what do I have at hand? Now, I'm going to give you an instance. Moses, God asked Moses, say, Oga, wetin you hold for hand? Moses say, I hold my rod. When Moses on dey complain, say, oh, what will I do there? I dey stammer and the rest of them. God come tell am say, wetin you hold for hand? He say, I hold my rod. This one, yeah, carry that one, they go first. Now that thing you need. You don't even need Lamborghini. You don't need private jets to go meet Pharaoh. You just need that rod. Carry am dey go. But the problem is, most of us are despising the rod that we have at hand because we're carried away. But it's fine. I'm sure that after this session, a whole lot will change in our mentalities. So we're talking about our blueprints, and you're going to pick the platform that works for you. I don't know the platform that would work for everyone here, but pick a platform that works for you. No platform is the best. You know, if someone tells me Facebook doesn't work, it's fine. The person is saying the truth. The person is honest because Facebook doesn't work for him or her, but Facebook works for me. I could come out there and say Twitter doesn't work because Twitter doesn't work for me. So people tell you based on for me, but the problem is they expand it and throw it out there and as if this is for everybody. This doesn't work for everybody. You know, you go to America, America didn't work for you because you messed up or you did some things, and you come back and say, oh, America is bullshit. You know, nobody should go to America. Yeah, I want to go to, let me go and let America not work for me because I don't know what you went there to do. So choose a platform not based on what people would tell you to choose, because people would always advise you 99% of the time based on their reality. That is what everybody does, and it's interestingly, that's human nature, you know, and it's fine. But how you accept it, that's where you know the platform that is going to work for you. You're going to find out by yourself. Funny thing is, almost everybody is almost on our platform. Things to different platforms. Someone that is on TikTok, person you find on LinkedIn, but with different personalities because the platform goes to the club. on Saturday nights everywhere. Then on Sunday morning, they are raising up their hands in church. They are the same person, but the environment shapes you. The environment is going to shape you, you know. So you come to your environment makes you either this or where you feel that, okay, this is a platform where, and those are the kind of that personality that that environment shapes them into. That platform is the kind of traits of the people that are going to patronize me. Then you find yourself there. Free to choose a platform. Like I said, I'm not going to come here and tell you go and choose this. I'm talking to a lot of people now, so it's not going to make a whole lot of sense. With your kind of content you're comfortable with creating. I I create written tests. I'm not a visual person. This is the first live section at 24. First time I'm showing my face. I don't show my face. I don't take pictures. I hardly. It's just it's a trait. It's my personality trait. I could stay for 10 years, but I'm doing it because I have to do it because I need to do it. So pick a platform, both your personality, both your writing, find a visual platform, and all of those. You know, longer time you could build there on for 4 years, for 3 years. You migrate. You could easily tell people come and follow me on this platform. That is another conversation, right? So that should be one of the things on your blueprint. Find a platform, and in all of these, remember you're going to go out there to get premium clients. You're going to go out there to bring people. You know, either you bring people or you go out there and close deals, right? If I were you listening to this, I'm going to go out there and close deals. I could build on social media, now development, personal branding, and the rest of them. I'll go out there, get results, come to social media, and build around my results. It makes a whole lot of sense, but you could still you could still be sharing your documenting your process if you don't have any kind of results. You could be documenting your process. Like I was doing this video edit I got, I messed up, but I fixed it and everything. You could document is something that most of us didn't do. I regret not doing it. So I'm not going to tell you that go and share only results. You could share about your process. It's fine. You're just doing it for the future so that you could go back to it and see where you started. And then when you've succeeded, people would now be interested in your process. But at this point, interested or not, you should be the only person that is interested in your process, right? So document your process on those platforms, and you can now decide that if you want to build on social media, if you want to build, so you decide the monetization you want to use. It could be cost subscription, or it could be consulting, it could be coaching, it could be clarity, say holding clarity sections for people. It could be any of these things, but more to pick, to do, or um, right? All of these things is not the major reason why I'm here. Why I'm here this night is to show you to tweak how you see things so that you could be seeing the bigger picture. You should be finding yourself where people that are going to pay you premium, because I think that's what the the bulk of this conference, this virtual conference, is about, right? but I just had to do that blueprint so that you know where you're going, right? So that's our blueprint. And then the next thing is positioning, positioning and projecting yourself. And 60% of the success that you're going to, 60 to 70% of the success you're going to have while building, because this is like building or you're rebuilding. It's either you're building with everything that we're going to have in this share to start building, or you're going to start rebuilding. So for the people that are scaling, they could start rebuilding. For the people that are starting as beginners, they could start building. But positioning, positioning is everything. Projecting is everything. Positioning is everything. Projecting is perception. How you want people to see the kind of personality. And the thing about projecting is, if you don't project yourself in a way, people are going to give you their idea of projection, right? I'll tell you what projecting means in simple terms. If someone should ask you, um, let's say Choma, let's say your name is, you do voiceovers, right? You say yes. How much can I do voiceover for so thing? I have this new project that's coming up. I want to do my voiceover, and how much do you do your voiceover? You tell the person, anything really or anything, just give me anything. Say we be we. You understand? You've sent a signal to that person, and that signal is going to stick in the person's head that, okay, Choma goes for anything. That means I could give Choma 1,000, and Choma would accept 1,000. So what she does, the person would do is, person would go out there and tell everybody that Choma, she did take the data. Give her data self, she will do all for you. That's projection. You've projected yourself as someone that, hey, I'm here, I'm under your mercy. I'm a footmat, I'm a doormat, step on me. And the problem with doormat is on the floor. That's why people step on it. If you put the doormat in your house, nobody climbs your roof and steps on the doormat. That's projection. So you project yourself to be a doormat, people are going to step on you. A roof, people are going to look up to you. People are going to look up to you and tell you, what do we pay you? And you tell them that my business strategy. I'm going to get to the point where I will tell you how to put things in order, respecting your business. Because if people don't respect your business, difference between hustling and running a business, you know. But I'm going to what you're doing, create a business from what you're doing, so that you don't keep struggling to attract people, the right people, and everything. Sometimes you attract people and they lose interest, like who form of organization. The person can't even. This person is not confident. The person doesn't have a process. So I'll get to that point. But projecting, first of all, positioning. And if you want to position yourself, there's a whole lot that goes into um, some touch of branding. I'm not a brand strategist. I don't do branding so much. Maybe I have to learn it, so maybe, but branding is one part where I'm going to emphasize in and positioning is soft skills, need to adapt. There are some things lead by people. You do those things over like who is this person? Those are soft skills. And those three skills, this is the standard, right? You need to build intimacy. Intimacy as the first one. You need to then you need to build authority. You need you need to build trust, then you need to build authority. If you want to position, you need to build these three things. Then projecting. If you now start projection, I'll mention things that you could use to project yourself. But for positioning, you need to build intimacy. What is intimacy? You need to make your a client, or you're trying to find a client on social media or any of those across. Try to make them feel every time you come across them, try to make them feel special. And when I'm talking about special, little things you could do, there is a way you could respond to someone's comments. I do it a lot. I've mastered it. These things build subconsciously in the mind of people. Just realize that when they think of who makes them special, they think of you. A whole lot. If I respond to comments, if I talk to people on phone, because I talk with lots of people from Facebook, I talk to them. If I talk to them on phone, I build intimacy, but they don't know that I intentionally do that. They feel comfortable. Some of them come with a mindset of Nonso might be this kind of person. So what I do is I disappoint them every time. As oh, he was not the kind of person I thought he was. So I build intimacy. I'm very mindful of the things I tell people. If I want to disagree, I hardly disagree with people because arguments are not necessary. Like it doesn't lead to anything. If our disagreement is going to, I could disagree with you and we agree on something and we partner and be a whole lot of sense. I don't want to be wasting toxic on toxic things. I'm a solution provider. I'm always looking where we could help the next person. So I don't care about so much argument out there. I don't even argue. I don't know the intimacy. It could be a client that you're having a conversation. Use There are some words I use often. Sorry, I use I appreciate. I use talking about when I'm having a conversation with my clients, I tell them thank you for everything. It doesn't work out, I tell you thank you, I wish you success. I do it every time. Ten of them come back and tell me that. No, so I don't know when I'm chatting, there's this comfort I have. Like I just feel foreigners. I'm not talking about Nigerians. I'm talking about people that have not seen me before. I build that intimacy. You try to build intimacy, and it's going to take you a long way in positioning yourself. You're going to be that lone voice in the wilderness, like that. This person is this person could be kind with their words, you know, harsh person, like you're stupid. get out of my, and everybody is doing that, and you could stand out easily. The funny thing is, you could stand out easily in today's world. It's not difficult. Just stop doing what lots of people are doing out there. It's so easy. I was telling someone of recent that selling in Nigeria, standing out in the Nigerian business space, to understand. I told her that you're selling in the Nigerian business space and you tell someone that the prices of something has reduced. You know, everybody tells you the prices of something has added. That one act, the prices of this rice that you want to buy now, person is expecting to buy it at 3,000. You say, ah, you don't reduce, so I go market. They sold it for me for so this thing. So it has reduced to 2,005. You want that person because 99% or 100% of people out there they would never do it. Their customer will be the one to find out and come and tell them that I just realized that I see say price of rice don't drop. Oh. You know, tell me, say no vex, I bet, yesterday it dropped. So you become that person that stands out easily when you just do, everybody is going this way, you just go this way slightly and you build intimacy because lots of people have built, they have built these friends between them and the people they work with, or within them, intimacy, and you position yourself where lots of people would never get to. Trust is an overflowed word, but it's valid. Whether you like it or not, it's going to be valid till the, to make people trust you. It's not difficult, except you're that this is what you want to do for life. It's fine. You should not even be here in the first place. But if you're not that kind of person, building trust is the easiest thing to do. You just, you're supposed to deliver by 4. You tell someone by 2 p.m. You're going to win their trust instantly. It's so easy. You know that you're going to deliver it by 2 p.m. Bam, you've won their trust. I've done it severally. I'm not joking. Like all my years when I was in freelance writing, I'll tell my clients that I'll deliver on Friday, and Wednesday they've gotten the job. They'll be like, wow, I never expected it. I did it with one client and they employed, I worked with them till this year, January. Like I was working with them, I had the logins to their website. I could go to their website and publish articles. You know, articles that I've written with because I had a writing agency. So when my writers are done, we'll go there, publish. I had the logins. They trusted me to the point that they gave me their login details to their website. That website makes about 35 to 40K dollars in seconds, in split seconds. But why would they give me the website login? Trust. And how did I win their trust? I'm always delivering. If I can deliver because of something that is beyond me, the right communication builds trust. See, if someone is owing you or you're owing, the person is the one that reaches out to you every time. Okay, that money never come out to bear with me. That one alone, the person would never disturb you for that. It's not as if they might want the money, have an ulterior motive. Trust. They'll build trust. Like, okay, no worry, no worry. Just take your time, man. Take your time. Don't I be need them, but reach out. It could be on WhatsApp. You reach out to the person. Guy, that money still in my mind, or the money I'm expecting. Once is not the person that does, you're building trust. Delivery, communication, excellence. You're doing a job for someone, just like what we're doing here tonight. You know, I came prepared as if they paid me $10 million to do this. The thing about me is you're not going to know when I was, you can, nobody, you can never know. I give my life to it. That's me. So you will never know the difference of being paid. When I was doing clarity sections for people, I did clarity section as if they paid me. So that's what they call excellence. Excellence is do like you would do it if you were paid a million. If you if they ask you to clean up a house for a house for free, clean it as if you got a federal government gave me this contract. Do it that way. Excellence is one of the easiest channels to building trust. Excellence. A friend of mine, comedian friend of mine in Port Harcourt, he went to an event. They paid him, he bargained for, and he went to the event angry, like there, and he messed up. But the problem is the audience, they don't have an idea whether they paid you. The audience, they don't have an idea, but someone in that audience could be looking out for you, like event, to pick one comedian for my maybe my upcoming wedding or my upcoming event person. Then at that point, my friend was messing up the whole thing because they don't pay away. You messed up. Go there and act as if they paid you $1 million. Deliver and you could use that sample to sell yourself. They are going to share it on their platforms. People are going to see your performance over and over again. I would have shared another story, but I'll skip that story. It's about a celebrity in Hollywood, you know. So I wanted to show you how powerful yourself, right? So you could start if you're a beginner, maybe there are some jobs you could do for free. God knows that I've never been against working for free. You understand? Because that is working for free. The only thing you do is to gain. You're going to gain experience. You're going to probably network. You're going to person. When you're starting out, start a business. You know, don't work. Don't do 9 to 5. You know, it's bullshit. Working is like learning to get paid. That's what I call work. You know, getting a job. When you get a job, it's as if someone is paying you to learn because it's only a fool that goes to a 9 to 5 job and doesn't learn anything out of the job. Like you work for 10 years, for 5 years, and you're telling me that you didn't learn nothing. Something is wrong with you. So you're being paid to learn because when you're out of that job, you could use that skill to start a business. There are some people that did accountancy, they came out and they became accountants. Choma Ifanyeze on Facebook, she was an accountant and she came out and she does accounting for big firms out there. That's what I'm talking about. She learned it during her job. So then authority. Authority is it's not everybody might build authority. And I'm serious about this because um, some people that they want to be behind the scene. You know, they don't want to be this authority where people run to, people come to them for solutions and everything. But if you're that kind of person that you don't have issues with being an authority, like, you know, and everything, then build authority. And when you build intimacy, when you build trust, authority comes seamlessly. You don't struggle for it. People, you know, then authority could come from the kind of the kind of content that should be one core aspect of building authority. You know, the kind of people hear you say, you know, you build authority subconsciously, but if you do these other things, authority comes naturally. When someone trusts, the moment someone should trust, like, go and meet Chijoke. He knows how to do this. I can vouch with my life. I can swear with my life that he is not going to eat your money. He's not going to do this. You know, they are seeing you as an authority. That's why they could vouch for you. Now, um, I talked about projecting. Pen and your paper. These are very salient points. They are going to help you a lot. Um, let's assume that you've these people that will pay you premium. Let's say you're a video editor. You now found yourself in the midst of, because I like to see these things from the other angle. So people demo videos, demonstration videos, like maybe people that are learning any of those things. You could decide that those are the kind of clients you want. They will not pay you peanuts. They are going to pay you good money. So I'm a video editor. I want to get premium clients, then I should be finding myself around people that will pay me money premium, and they will not act as premium clients. Premium clients feel that they are paying you what you are worth. A peanut client, because there are two categories, an average client, there are people in the middle. So the peanut client, you're under their mercy and everything. They make you feel horrible. They find a whole lot of faults. They tell you that you messed up. They mess up your ego, yourself, so that at the end of the day, they could pay you peanuts and you're going to be fine with the peanuts. Like, okay, do the job well. So if they pay me peanuts, it's fine. What they did was they programmed you ahead of time. They told you your job was whack. They told you all sorts of things. They are going to use that your job. They are going to use it to brag. But they'll tell you so that they could come in and pay you peanuts. Is a what they are doing. You don't need that kind of pay you what you're worth, and they know that this is what you're worth. They're going to pay you. But for you to be a premium client, there are things you should put in place. They are not big things. To people the way Apple and Amazon or Jumia, the way they attend, and it's going to give you an image of a professional, an image of someone that has a business. And then simple things. If you want to, I'm talking about projecting. Number one, have a standard what? Standard price list. In a standard price list, it means that if you're a video editor, someone, um How much do you clients will be very funny, you know. Some clients will do that is where professionalism my videos they are 1,000. I do videos for 2,000. You could say 200 now. So I make them 300. A signal to their head that you're not in business. There's a difference between we're coming here and you don't need to be one big make use of what you can use now. So have a price standard price list video. What a professional does, someone that is now running a video editing business, not a video editing business. What the person does is a Google form, it could be Jot form, it could be any of these form platforms out there. So tell the person, I'm going to drop a form for you. Um, I would know how to give you the best services. I will know how to pay worthwhile. Trust me, it works, and I'll tell you why. So remember, you have a price list already. You send them a form. That form is to pre-qualify them, bring in, so that you don't. The essence of everything we're doing here is not going to now start not. You don't want it to not make sense, right? So you pre-qualify people. If you need premium clients, you need to pre-qualify your clients. And I'm telling you this because I do it. I did it. And send to them. Simple form. Don't make it complicated. Forget their name and everything. How many videos do you need? What is the delivery time? What is this? What is the delivery time? Um, Form or long form. I'm not a video editor. I'm just saying this from my head. Short time, short form or long form. Um, if it's for long, short form, long form. When anyone they click, they could put their email or WhatsApp anywhere, any preferable medium you want. Then they submit the form. You're going to get the rest. Then when you see what they filled there, with that information, then based on what they give you, so that you're not coming there to do all the back and forth. And I want to talk, if you want to make a business out of what you're doing, sometimes testing would make you lose selling a product. And I'm serious about it. Sometimes you skip a call, a 5 minutes call could 1 month of back and forth with chats. I'm telling you, this is working for lots of people. That's what an average foreigner does. They hardly chat. They don't do what we. If you go out there and do these things differently, a bit differently, people are now going to be like, hey, this person gave me a form, and the form had clarity. I know, and the person jumped on a Zoom call for 4 minutes. Ask them questions based on what they feel like, and that I'm doing it, so I'll give you the best. When you do this, you could take for like this Zoom call is going to be brief. I can see from your form, you said you prefer long form videos. Do you want to use them for Oh, okay, for your TikTok. Okay, what will happen is I'm going to use this which video pattern, which of the influence so person's style. Okay, we're going to go with that. Boom, and that's it. I'll tell you what I did. She reached out to me on Facebook. She's been following me for like 4 years. She has not engaged on post. She has not reacted. I don't know. Following me for 4 years. I said, wow. She said for hiring, like she does HR, that can I manage the website? Can I make spirit? She feels in her soul that I should be the right person. She said, okay, how much? That was what she asked. Um, let's schedule a call. She said, oh, awesome. So let's schedule a call, maybe 5 minutes call. She said, okay, Google Meet. The call was on Google Meet and was just for I think 7 minutes. What I did, thing I'm going to do for her, I'm going to take her website to the meeting. When I did that, she was just shouting, wow, 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 like I'm awesome, awesome. Wow, I love this, awesome, awesome. And she had the opportunity and answered the questions, and it was smooth because it was a call in her face. Trust has been built at that point. Remember, psychology. You need to study human psychology so much. I would have gone into human psychology would win every day over strategies and tips. Start studying how humans think, how they react to situations. You're going to win in every field because at the end of the day, the humans have the money. So what I did was visualization. I showed her my face and she trusted me further. First of all, remember she has trusted me already, myself as an authority. So when she came, I confirmed, I validated that authority because she could come and see a different version of Nonso. Like who be this one? Ah, I think say this guy be a human being. He don't even get sense. That is another thing. So don't disappoint people when you know. So and the price I told her for an average Nigerian, the price I told her for an average Nigerian, they won't pay. She only told me, can I negotiate? I said, sure, go on. She negotiated lower than what I told her. Why? Because of those things I did my face. Man, that's professionalism. That's business. So what I did was at the end of the meeting, I sent her the Google Doc, sent it to her, sent it as a link. It built my authority. What you're doing is going after premium clients. I'll pay you premium. So another thing, remember, if they ask you how much is your price, you're not going to go there and say, especially for people that offer, stop the anything where you get, give me. Have a price list, a standard one. Go to canva.com. There are lots of price list templates. Get a solid template for your price list. Put your price in there. Anybody that asks for your price, how much you do, send that list to the person. Then the person will pick from your list. The person will now get back to you based on what they picked. Please have a standard price list. Like I said, there are lots of have a simple page website. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Like, man, I don't have money for websites. For a website, I don't have money to buy a domain. There are lots of free websites. One page you could use card. I think card.io. Card.io is there. Wix is there. Wix.com. Google. There is one Google free feature. It's called Google Sites. I was using Google Sites in 2019. I used it to create my landing page that I used to send to clients for writing. Like when they reach out to me, they want to ask about my pricing and everything. Then I don't even know say Canva this thing was there. So have a simple page, and there are lots of simple page and free. You just do one page. It should contain your services, or you could have you could use link that is a platform where you add all your links, to all your social media platforms. Have something like that. But for me, I would advise you create a simple page website. There's this tutorial I did on how to create a simple page website on YouTube. Maybe I'll send it to Chijoke later. He'll send it. So you follow that tutorial. You could create a simple page website on Google. So easy, super easy. You're going to create a beautiful website for your business for free, right? So you contain all your testimonials. If you've done anything for someone, and it could be videos, it could be video testimonial, it could be WhatsApp screenshots, it could be on Facebook, it could be Twitter, Instagram. Take all of those screenshots, come to the end of that your page, add it as your testimonial. So when someone is going through your page, they come to the base at the bottom and like, wow, this person is trusted to an extent. This person has credibility. So the third one is issue receipts and invoices. People don't do it in this part. Don't do it. If someone does a business with 20 Nigerians online or 50 Nigerians, and one of those Nigerians should send an invoice or a receipt at the end of the transaction, trust has been built. You've sent a signal to their head. Remember, we're talking about sending signals to people's head. And these signals I'm talking about, they will stick in people's head. Like, okay, I have a receipt. Send a receipt. Send an invoice. Where do you get an invoice? Lots of platforms out there. They issue out invoices. You go to those platforms, just type free invoice on Google. You're going to see Zoho, you're going to see platforms. Generate the invoice, send it in a PDF format. I do it. See, these things I'm telling you, I didn't learn it. It's not as if I've known them for thousands of years. It's just as recent as 2020, 2021 that I knew most of these things because this is how foreign you introduce it to the Nigerian market. That's if you're serving the Nigerian market. You're going to stand out easily. You're not going to stress yourself. People could easily pick you out because so you have your receipts, issue out invoices, right? Um, if you want to, if it requires you drafting a quotation to get a job, do it. If someone should ask you, someone could say, I'm not too convinced, not too convinced about, can you do a breakdown? Can you break down, can you break down what type in your notepad? Take that test and send to them on WhatsApp. Is a dumb way to do business. That's what hustlers do. So you want to do business, canva.com, type quotation templates, use one of those quotation templates, use it to do your breakdown, send it to the person. If the person is expecting quotation from 10 people and you're the only one that sent with templates that would come, you could edit the template and add your business name at the top. You see, another sweet strategy, you add it at the top like your logo. Man, you're going to be picked. Because funny thing is, because funny people are easily, the human brain picks something that is different easily. If there's this shop along your street, for instance, like this shop along your street, with a blue color. So every day you go out, you see that blue color, you see the blue color every day. The day they are going to paint it, you shop, they just repainted it, is now ready. They repainted it to yellow or red. Your brain instantly, so where are they? They shall say something never happened here. Okay, they don't paint this shop. And because of that painting, they'll just have the nudge, they'll just have that urge to go and buy something from that shop. Like they just painted this shop. Let me go and patronize. I'm going to buy that time from them is unique because they painted the shop. When you do things differently, a little bit differently, people pick you easily. From Canva, then I mentioned using Google Meet, Google, or you could use a Microsoft Team. Jump on meetings, brief meetings, don't make them long, make them brief, and to do to show to establish yourself to as an authority. Please don't skip this. Ask a whole lot of questions. A service to a client, they shouldn't tell you something you don't understand and you say yes because you're desperate. Maybe you've told them to pay $1,000 and they said they are going to pay, so you're so desperate, you know, they hear again your ear, you want to, that money must come. So you don't want to even ask questions. You're scared, like if I ask questions, they might, they might, they might not do nothing. You're using the question to save yourself because if you mess that job up, then you've lost that client. So why not as you can? Would you prefer this over this? Ask questions, lots of them. And for every time you ask questions, you're helping yourself and your clients because you're grateful that there are lots of things that your client does, they don't know those things. When you ask them questions, you start revealing a lot. And when you ask questions, you become what you do. So ask a whole lot of questions. Try desperation spells is a wrong signal, is a red flag. Um, People don't like to deal with desperate people. Nobody, you know. And the last one, qualify. Okay, I think I mentioned it at the beginning. Now you might prefer qualify everybody, but if the ultra, they call them ultra premium solid cash. Try to try to do. They could easily pay you that money you're asking, right? I'll talk about soft skills and I'll run skills you need to develop because getting client retaining important than getting them. So client acquisition is awesome. Client retention is everything. If you can retain clients in business, you don't have anything doing, you should leave business, you should go and do something else. Maybe just, I don't know, just for you if you can retain people that come in. That's what retention is your business. If people don't come back or if people don't recommend you, if they don't retain you, there's a problem. Problems is not that you're not an expert. You could be a solid, you could be a super, and you're losing clients. So why are you losing people when you are an expert? It's because you're bad at communication, you're not accountable, you're not reliable. The person can't tell someone else, meet Nonso, he would attend. You're not reliable. Your availability is your problem. They could be accountable, they could be excellent, they could communicate well, but they are not available. Availability is a big problem people face, and it has messed people. Message you're not available to respond. You don't have the channel, you don't have a medium. Videos on YouTube or TikTok, and your client is messaging you, you're not available. You're online, but you're not available. You know that your client is the time you're going to buy rice and stew outside. Availability. Then speed. Speed is super important. It's a soft skill. These things I'm mentioning, they are soft skills. They're not, it doesn't concern speed. You tell someone, I'm going to deliver in 15 minutes, and that's it. Someone drop speed. You build trust with speed, availability, solid communication, excellence, reliability, accountability, promptness, and speed. These are how to build trust, lasting trust, you know? And in all of this, now I'm talking about business and people that would be asking you, hi, 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 are you there? How was your day? Those ones you can reply to them when you have time to. I don't reply to people every time. Every time. If I'm done with this section, I have like 3, 4 clients to reply to. I'll reply to them this night before I sleep. I'm not going to wait till I'm desperate. Desperation is different from speed. Do something that they are not ready to do. Speed is being available to their needs at all times. That's the difference, right? And I'm going to now all of these things you would have written, you would have done, you would have written it. But there's something I will leave with you. If you if you want to if you want to eat an entire apple, eat the apple like you want to swallow your apple, it's going to choke you. The reason why it's going to choke you is because your throat or your mouth or the size of your throat was not meant to take in that apple. So what do? You naturally break the apple into bits. Like you eat it, swallow, you eat it, swallow bits. The same thing is going to be applied here. All of these plans, everything I've shared, if you want to start and everything, don't take the whole chunk. Use the bit by bit strategy. And the bit by bit, I'm going to send 1 DM or 5 DMs or 10 DMs. In a week, it should be 5 times. You don't want to send 10,000 DMs today. You wake up tomorrow, you want to send 50,000. You want to send it in 1 week. You are going to get stuck because you want to swallow your apple at one instance. Kindly break blueprint, break it into bits. If you want to build your profile anywhere, you could say, okay, I'm going to use the next 3 days to build my profile. Today, I'm going to do this. If you want to send out proposals, today, I'm going to do this part of it. I'm going to send out to this number of people. When you break things into bits, you get results here and there. You're moving, you're moving, and your all those of your relate and start making sense. But if you want to swallow your entire apple, it's going to choke you. You're not going to eat the apple and be alive, maybe congestion, I don't know, or indigestion. And that is how it works on the strategy. Break your plans into bits. Anything you're going to do from what everyone is going to teach you here, pick it bit by bit. Take one step weekly, whatever, do your daily, but avoid yearly plans. That plans could and yearly plans could kill, like they could kill a whole lot of things inside of you. Like for me, when I started the year, I was not looking at something I was, oh, I'm going to achieve this. No. I said, what am I going to achieve in January? Achieve in the first week of January. Then in the first week of January, what am I going to achieve in the first day of January? Then I start. So I said, I'm going to start an Amazon FBA business. I'll do it. I'll try it out for the rest of January. There was a time was when I tried out the Amazon business. So every day I woke up, I'll go add so thing in the account. Every day I was taking it bit by bit. And by the end of January, I succeeded 80%. Now I'm at another phase of the business. I'm trying to source do everything in January. I'll be stuck. I'm at another phase of the business. By May, I'll be at the phase. That is what they call phases, right? So you try as much as possible to break whatever you're doing into bits. And I know we want to eat the chunk, like, oh, everything also has said this night. I'll just take no, pick them one by one. If he's starting to look out for communities, you could say, okay, I'm going to look out for communities and start looking for premium clients. That is the only thing you should do for that week so that you don't break your mental space, you don't break it into pieces. We have only one brain, right? So try the bit by bit strategy. And before I end, there are two strategies you could use if you want to look out for problems easily. You know, this is a one-line quote. It's going to help you a lot. You know, it gives me it gives me problems. And that quote, would I call it a quote? Okay, every every new every solution creates a new problem. A new problem. That means a new problem. The person solved the problem of trekking or walking. That problem has been solved. What is the new problem that comes? Maintenance. That means instead of struggling with cars, you could now decide that emanate from this new solution that has. I'm now going to go into car maintenance. I'm going what has been done because I will do this. So This applies to every other business. To start looking at so that you're not going to be you could start looking at in my space problem of this. But after the next thing they would do, what is in okay, people buy, for instance, I'm into skincare. People buy skincare products after buying that skincare product. I don't know about skincare, I'm just saying it could be any industry, it could be solved the problem of higher myself. Can I allow this person, the writer is going to do the write up for them, are going to emanate from that solution? That the person, the article that was written, and is a problem, is a big problem, to rank on Google. That is the new that was given, right? So you stiff competition with so many people that do the problems that the solutions vetted, as in the solution at that, you know. I'll end with this story. I was talking 2 years ago, and she was telling me, she said she's into e-commerce, she's into mini importation. So she teaches people how to do mini importation. And she was struggling to get more people to learn mini importation. So I told her, I said, can we talk about the problems that has been created from this solution? Because we've solved one problem, the problem of bringing products from China to Nigeria. She said yes. Now, do you think there's anything they struggle with again? She said, the struggle with sales, the struggle with selling it. I said, that's it. Do you know how to sell? Do you know how to sell? She said, I do Facebook ads a lot and I sell a lot. I said, then sell the solution of solving that problem that is there, because people will keep bringing products from China. They don't want to bring in, almost everybody knows how to order from China. So that curated, like people are struggling to teach everybody mini importation. So what do? Try it already. Teach them how to sell what they've imported. That is a new problem that was better bringing in products. You say, wow, her eye can't open like this. Eh? Tell them that if you brought product from China and you've not sold it, come, let me teach you how to sell. She got 77 people that signed up. What did she teach them? Facebook ads. She didn't tell them, come and learn Facebook ads. She said, come, let me teach you how to sell that product. But she sold Facebook ad services to them. So I think I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop here. I skipped some points because of time. I'm looking at the time and everything. So but I'm going with these few points of mine. I hope I've convinced a few persons that they could make friends from what they've been doing and get massive results. So you could listen to this replay all over and over again. I tried as much as possible to use a whole lot of illustrations, but you know, we cannot do everything here. You know, most of the things I said, I would have done them visually, you know, pointed out some things, you know, from websites and everything, but I can't do that. This is a virtual conference. It's not a master class, right? So I should hand over the mic now. Thank you, Mr. Chijoke. I appreciate this.
Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This has been every shade of amazing. Thank you so much, Sanonso. Whew. So if you got value from this, I would like to see your comments. I would like to see your comments. I would like to see your comments. I know I put up some comments earlier. So anyone I see, I'll just pull it up. Thank you very much. So I want you all to show your appreciations in the comment section. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Victor says thank you. This is not easy, like almost 3 hours of pure undiluted value. This is 2 hours, 21 minutes on time. Oh, and it's been a lot. I must confess it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I picked up a lot of things from here, a lot of value, a lot of action points. And these are things that I want us all to implement. So it's not just about and you see, this is why I reached out to Sanon. So it's not just about going for an event and then they say so many things. They say a lot of things and it sounds like, oh, this guy is doing well. So that's it. And you go home and it's the same. This came with action points after action point. Okay. I got something from the point said don't run from your problems. Solve the problems, then you can solve it for other people from the point of experience. Instead of just lamenting that you've not found out what you want to do, start from somewhere, and that's a good place to start. The aspect of paying attention to what people applaud you for. This is something a lot of people have as like a personal a personal problem. You meet people one time, you are telling them, oh, I think you can do this, and they're like, no, 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 it's not me. You know. Meanwhile, people will consistently keep commending them for that particular thing, right? So this is coming as a message to us all. Don't ignore that thing that people are saying is special about you. That thing that people are commending you for. Oh, you can do this, you can do that. Don't ignore it. It's a good point for you to start. The next thing is helping others discover their own gift, discover their own path, looking at others and telling them this is what I think you can do and this is how to do it. That could also be that is a path on its own. Helping people figure out their gift and figure out their path. That's a unique calling, a unique identity, a unique model on its own. And then what people usually come to you to do for them. For some of you, is brain picking. People will come to you to pick your brains. People will come to ask you, oh, how can I do this? How can I do that? He's telling us tonight that that's also a good point to start from. That's something that you should watch out for. Whatever people are coming to you for, oh, do this for me, do this for me. Can I pick your brain for for a moment? I suffered the pick your brain thing until a point I had to run for my life. I say, sure, if you pick my brain, I'll pick your pocket. And whatever they were coming to me for, I had to start creating courses, I had to start creating ebooks, I had to start creating videos so that when they come, I'm ready. You are ready, I'm ready. Say you want to pick my brain, I don't have the time, but you can have this thing. I package it in a course, you can have it for just X amount of naira. Okay, let me use dollar, please. So that dollar will be entering my soul small, small. Okay. So now that's been amazing. And I wanted to I don't know how many of you noticed something in this session with Nonso Onyejemezi. You see how he was mentioning dollars, like $2,000. I lost 2,000 something dollars. I to $5,000. This thing is sweet though, honestly. Like being able to mention this thing with that soft demeanor, mention, oh, $2,000, 5,000, $7,000. It sounds very cool. It sounds very, very nice. I won't lie, it sounds nice. I mean, it sounds really nice. So we should get to that point where we are also going to be able to be mentioning our own $9,000, $2,000. I made $3,000. I don't want to say lost though. I mean, if I lose that kind of money, I will cry. So, talked about the importance of discipline and you know a lot of other things. Talked about documenting your process. Very important. Some of us do not even know what to use social media for yet. We don't know what we should be doing on social media. It's a very good documentation tool. I remember one time I wanted to create a resume or a CV or something for an application I wanted to make online. And I had claims in that. I had claims, I did this, I participated in this, I was posted by this, I trained this number of people. And I was like, okay, so how am I going to validate these claims? I had to start going back to deep because I knew that I was documenting, I was posting on Facebook, I was posting on LinkedIn. So what I would do is I remember the organization that invited me. I remember certain keywords that if I type on Facebook, I'll find those keywords. I'll find that post. So I'll just go online. So let's say it is West Africa Democracy Radio that hosted me. I'll go to Facebook and type West Africa Democracy Radio Chijioke Otiba on search, just type it. Pa. It will bring me back to the date that event was hosted. When I shared the flyer, I'll see the date. Then I went back to that, my whatever, the application thing I was preparing, and I'll just put it in, that on this date. So even if they start requesting for evidence, it won't be hard to prove. Now, that is absolutely important. The people you should be reaching out to, people who need, who foot the bill, and then people who cannot afford in the now, but they'll be able to afford it in the future. There's a part of your prospect or your clientele that you should nurture. There's a category of people that they may not be able to afford what you are selling now, but then they should be in your list and you should be nurturing them, you should be helping them, you should be guiding them. And in the next 3, 4 years, they will be able to afford whatever you are selling. In fact, some of them are going to become partners, some of them are going to refer others to you, some of them are just going to give you money. I mean, that's how life works. And a lot of people don't know this. And that's why when it comes to networking, you see people who will tell you, um, connect with people at the top. You should only be connecting with people at the top. You should only be networking with people at the top. They and you don't know that there's a lot of potential in the people at this horizontal level, and even people that you believe are looking up to you. That's futuristic thinking, that's foresight, because in the next few years you never can tell where this person will be able to get to. And graciously, let's say you were part of the journey, you were part of the rungs of that ladder that took them to that pinnacle, to that top that they wanted to go to. They will forever be grateful to you. So that's how you should see business, that's how you should see life as well. Okay, that's how you should see your clientele. So that was fantastic. And then one thing I like about Nonso is the fact that he consistently breaks the bias. A lot of people, we've been cajoled into believing that a lot of times. Oh, if you don't show your face, you can never make it online. You can never blow. If you don't post on Facebook every day, if you don't show your face and do video and all those things. But here is somebody who is telling us that even if you are an introverted person, you have an introverted personality, you don't like posting video or you don't like posting picture or whatever, you can still do a lot. I think Nonso Onyejemezi was I mean, one of the first people that I saw online that would post content on Facebook without picture. you know I know most of the time I'll just come and see his content, he just post it like that. And I was like, dude, I mean, you don't need to be stressing yourself. Some people will just be overwhelming themselves. You don't want to post content because you think, oh, I need to go to a studio and snap new set of pictures, maybe like 20 pictures that you probably don't have money for. Just snap all those pictures full everywhere, and then for each post you make, you post each post, you post one picture. Next thing it has finished, you now realize you need to go and snap another set of pictures. I'm not saying it's bad, but then this is another perspective. This is a fresh, brand new perspective that is telling you that you do not necessarily have to do it the way other people do it. You can do it your own way. And this is what commending. This is what commending. And then when it came to projection, all the tips that were shared, this one is like update, serious update. I am going to implement, and I urge us all to also implement. So take this and run with it. Snatch it, snatch the value, snatch the value by force. Kidnap this value and run with it. Go ahead, go and implement. And the mindset, at the mindset level, do you even believe that you can win premium clients? Do you believe that you can work with foreign clients, you can work with international clients, and then they will be, more than happy to pay you a lot of money? Do you see the possibility? Because that's part of the reasons I, reached out to people like this who will tell you their stories, and you begin to see that possibility. Now, no matter what you are earning right now, no matter what you are doing, no matter the business you are doing, no matter what you are, in fact, no matter where you are at right now, that it is a possibility that you can be sitting in Nigeria in the comfort of your room, in your house, and you're earning in another, in a foreign currency. That, I mean, if you are converting it here, you are a big boy, you know. And the good thing is, you are earning in their currency, you are not paying taxes in their currency, you are not even paying their tax, you are not, you are not spending in their own currency, you are spending in naira. I mean, that's a big flex. Okay. So this is a huge possibility, and I want us all to key into it. And this is not going to end without us, properly appreciating him. I mean, I didn't pay a dime to get Sir Nonso Onyejemezi to speak on my show on this conference tonight. And I know this is out of his burning, sincere desire and passion to see people grow, to see people transform, to see businesses do better. So I would want you to do something. Find him on any platform. In fact, he's available on Facebook, mostly on Facebook. But go and type Nonso Onyejemezi online. Follow him. Go to Facebook, Nonso Onyejemezi. Follow him. Follow him. Follow him closely. Like what you heard tonight, I know his head is probably thinking, how can I compress all these things into 2 hours or into 1 hour and push it out, right? And I'll tell you one thing, the way you can get the full counsel is by following him closely. There are people that when I don't know if he knows this, but your Sanoso, your Facebook posts are favorited on my Facebook. So it means that whenever he posts anything, as long as I'm online, I'll get updates. Nonso Onyejemezi posted this, or people are talking about this on his wall. I'll definitely get updated. Now, this is part of the ways I learn, because people think that for you to learn, you have to just grab a book, you have to be reading books every time, you have to be taking Harvard courses and all that. Sometimes you really don't have time for that. So what I do is I choose to use my distractions. I know I get online a lot of time, so I want to be seeing the right stuff. I follow the right people. I go and favorite, like, make their post priority, and he's one of those people. So whenever he posts, as long as, except I don't have the time, maybe I'll just forward the post somewhere so that I can just come later and read through everything. I don't like missing his post for anything, and I would not recommend that you miss the post. Take it like medicine. Morning, afternoon, night, anyone that you see, just grab it and devour. you know top secrets, top secrets. I mean, these are things that should be shared only with inner circles, but he will post it openly. So his Facebook activities, his Facebook wall is like a mentoring platform. Any day, anytime, I'll tell you this: if you are following him, you just get it right. You don't have choice. Like, you will be forced to. You'll be forced to, because you even be challenged. How can such depth of information be coming out for free? You look at the comment section and you see people commenting, I've done this, I did this, thank you so much, it helped me. I was able to do this for my business and this because of something they saw on Facebook, something that is publicly available. And this also brings us to the knowledge. It also should open our eyes to that altruistic perspective, to the fact that because you are sharing something for free doesn't mean it should be shabby, or because you are doing something for free doesn't mean you shouldn't do it well, right? Because you are giving value on Facebook doesn't mean, some people will tell you, I've seen people say things like free content is for information, paid content is for transformation. I don't believe that. I'm not of that school of thought. It sounds interesting, it sounds fun, but no, I don't believe that. My free content is also for transformation. Anything I'm giving for free is just as good as I'll give when you pay, right? So maybe paying will just be to prioritize time and prioritize activities or prioritize you as a person. But that doesn't mean that whatever you are giving for free should be of less value. Nonso is an exemplification of what I'm talking about right now. So please go ahead and follow him. Go on Facebook, post about this conference, mention the value that you've gotten so far. That's the only way. You're not paying for this. That's the only way you can, you can show me that this is worth it. That's the only way I will even be happy with you. uh So that's the only way you can say thank you. That's the way you can also say thank you to him. Go on Facebook, talk about this event, tag him, mention him, you know, and show proper appreciation. And if you want to send it to me, I'll definitely send it to him. Anything you send to me, I'll send to him. But I want to see your posts on Facebook. Okay. Now, um, let me see. Sanonso, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. I had to go and my generator was making some kind of
Okay, okay, okay. Oh,
yeah.
sorry. So I don't know. Can you take one question?
All right, sure, I can.
Okay, okay. So good. So who is going to get the golden question? Who is going to get the golden question? So fastest finger, drop your question in the comment section and he's going to answer. The fastest finger will go with that golden opportunity. Drop your question. That question that has been burning in your heart about how you can multiply your max out your profits in your business, whatever business you're doing. You know, you've been struggling and it seems like no matter how hard you try, it seems like you're revolving around the same revenue, you're revolving around the same results. So how can you step out of this? What is that thing that you need to ask? Okay, one person, then we are out. Once I see the question, I'll bring it up stage. I'll bring you up stage. So who is the person who wants to ask the question? But if there's none, then we can call it a night. Akinola John, I see you. Well done. Okay. Anyone from Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, any question? So, and one thing I want you to do for this video, this session that you are watching, go ahead and just comment. Make a comment on the platform wherever you are seeing this. Make a comment on the platform, and if you are seeing it on YouTube or LinkedIn, you can just put a like on the video. You can put a like to it to help kind of trigger the algorithm and let more people see this, because it's going to be out for a while. It's going to be out for a while. So I don't know whether some
Yeah.
people are still
Chijo,
a bit behind. So I think
Chijo,
would
can you hear me?
yes, I can.
Okay. Maybe in the absence of any question, let me see if I think about 2 points I didn't touch properly. But let me just do that maybe before you round up. If there's any question, then
Okay.
I could tackle it before maybe 11 or so.
Okay,
Um,
sir.
I wanted to I wanted to I wanted to touch the aspect of building, outside social media. If you want to build authority, because definitely people would get to find you out, people would want to look out for you outside social media. Maybe they met you on social media, they might want to go to Google and type and find one or two things about you, especially when there are premium clients that are paying you big money. That would likely happen. The foreigners do it a lot, and I'm sure some Nigerians would do it. But one way or the other, you should have your presence outside social media. And some of the ways you could apply that, you could try to get that done is you could go to Amazon.com, for instance, maybe create like an ebook, like a guide. They call it EPUB, EPUB on Amazon. You could just create like a guide, upload it on Amazon KDP. You're not doing Amazon KDP to sell and the rest. I am coming to somewhere. You upload that book. It could be a book, it could be a book or maybe digital marketing. That's, let's say that's what you're into, or let's say you're into any of these things outside. It could be that you sell palm oil. You could just create a short guide on palm oil business. Then put your name on that book. Learn how to upload on Amazon. Then when someone types your name on Google, that page on Amazon where you listed that material that you uploaded on Amazon is going to appear alongside the search results, right? And
Mm-hmm.
imagine if your client sees that you have something on Amazon, credibility. Like I said, psychology is what we're going to be studying going further so that because people work a whole lot with people, people make decisions from a place of trust, credibility, reliability, and all of these things. So we should not allow them to find a whole lot of things. We should project these things before they start. We shouldn't give them space for suspicion at any point. That's what I'm saying. You know, so something shouldn't happen before something bad or something evil shouldn't happen to you before you start being proactive. So you do these things ahead of time. It saves you a lot. So you could do that on Amazon. I'm just trying to rush it up. You could do that on Amazon. You could go to medium.com, create an account in your name, publish, take some of your content. You don't even need to publish lengthy articles. Take some of the good content you created on your social media platforms like LinkedIn or Facebook, publish it on Medium. Use your name for that Medium account. Use your name at the end of all the articles. When your name is being typed on Google, those articles or that content on Medium will pop up on the search. You could do that. You could use yeah, YouTube channel. Definitely everyone should have a YouTube channel on their name. So when you do this, when someone types, and most of the online communities out there, there are a whole lot of them, blackoutworld.com, reddit.com, fastlaneforum.com. You could register on all these forums. These are not social media platforms. On these platforms, you find people that they have real results. If you want to get a premium client, good, solid premium clients, then be looking at online communities. You're going to get solid, and I'm talking to you. I got an on Reddit, and the way I got it was so simple. I'll just go to Reddit and use it to answer a question. That's why when Chijoki said that, he said people should not be able to differentiate when they paid for something and when it's free. Like when you're sharing your content, share your content as if yourself. Do it. You're doing it for your own good because at the end of the day, aside helping people out, removing stuff from your brain so that new stuff is going to come in. Hoarding. The problem with hoarding things in your brain is it keeps in, like you can't take in, you cannot take in new stuff when you hoard. But when you embody yourself, right? Because the reason why we came to this earth is to remove everything we have and go empty. So I don't know why people keeping doesn't make you better. You just store something there, just like putting goods in your house in a storehouse. And for you to put in new goods, you need to remove the old ones because there is not going to be space. The same thing I do is something comes to my head, I go to my Facebook timeline and dump it. So I see my Facebook timeline page as a dump, a memory card. Then it's going to help me. Everything I said here, that I did here today, everything I shared, I'll tell you the truth. I had to go back to my old, all the posts, most of the posts. I took points from all 2021, 2000. I had to do it over the days since Chijoke told me that I'm going to come up here. I was just doing it. I picked and put it together, and this came out. Imagine if I never shared. If he calls me, I'm going to come here and mess everything up. So when you want to share, share because it's still going to help you on all these platforms. Online communities, be very serious with online communities. You're going to meet solid clients there, people that will pay you premium. You do the projecting thing, they should see that you're worth paying that premium. You should do the invoice, everything I mentioned. Don't joke with it. They will pave way for you. Like they will make acceptance processes to be seamless. I'm talking from experience. And what else again? I wanted to um, if you have a small audience, if you have a small audience that you want to monetize premium, take them out from social media. You know, don't try to sell to them on social media because you might get frustrated. So take them out of social media. It could be Telegram. You could try email marketing. You could try 1,000 with 50 people. 50 people, you could just go to Substack. Go to substack.com. It's a free email. Your link. Go back to that your 1,000 or 500 or 2,000 followers. Tell them that if you want me to be sending emails to your valuable tips or email directly, sign up here. Just put the link there. If you get 10 people, 20 people, 30 people to sign up, you could sell to those people premium easily. This thing I told you now is the easiest way to monetize premium without having 1 billion. Need results, right? So if you need results, go get results, but you need to be very strategic about it. So take them out of social media, small community, the email, I would have said WhatsApp, but WhatsApp is becoming too usual. People don't see. I'll tell you something. Platforms matter. Where you take people to matters. If I'm chatting with someone, if I want to close a big deal, I'm not going to take my clients, bring them to WhatsApp. Someone that is buying a website of that amount, I'll take them to Skype. I take them to email. So if I start conversing with them via email, they start seeing me in another light. Like, okay, email spells professionalism. That's why I mentioned Zoom and Google Meet. I'm not going to use WhatsApp call to do those meetings. I'm saying this from a place of psychology. Remember, people value some things over some other things. And WhatsApp is there, almost everybody. So when you take someone, bring them to, I want to jump on a Zoom call with you, it sounds different than I want to jump on a WhatsApp call with you. There's a whole lot of things I would say, but I can't say it because of time. But you need to figure out a whole lot of things. At least this should be like a template that is going to kick you, give you a headway. So that was what I wanted to add. I just had to add that. I wish I added it earlier. It was on my template. It was on my list, but I skipped it because I just felt there was no much time. But thank God I did this. All right, I'll hand over the mic again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and also I think I have my own question. I have question. In fact, two questions, and that the first one um is more of a request. It's more of a request. Those that have slept, they will not hear this part, so they will not come for it. Now, um, you talked about pre-qualification questions. Creating a link, let's say a Google form or any form for pre-qualification of your prospect. I wanted to know what kind of questions should be there. Do you have a sample? Do you have maybe a link to a pre-qualification form that you can send to me? Because I would like to know the kind of questions you. I mean, just I would like to look at the arrangement. I once created pre-qualification forms then, but I noticed that because because I put the price of what I was offering in that form, some people who my market was largely and is still largely Nigerians. Some people who saw that thing immediately they got to that point, they stopped filling the form and they ran away. So I would like to know the kind of questions and how you lead them into the conversation on the form. And then secondly is um do I remember trying to remember the exact question I had. Yes, payment gateways. So what's been your best go-to payment gateway for you to receive money in foreign currencies? I know of cheaper cash. I know some people use Seller, Paystack, PayPal. But from your experience, which one has given you less headache so far? Then yeah, I think these are the two questions I would like you to answer.
All right. I think they are brilliant questions because at the end of the day, we could say go and create a form, go and create a Google form, and we're not telling you how to go about it. Like I said, I love helping people to the core. So if you want to help, you help. If you can't, then don't start. Don't tell someone that you're going to help them. So Google Forms or any of the forms out there, it depends. It largely depends on what you're offering. Either you're offering a service or you want to sell a product. But I think pre-qualification form works better with services because most services they are custom made. You know, they are mostly customized. So you don't just go out there and fix a price for most services. You know, unlike a physical product. You understand? So forms work better for services, especially services that the owner, or sorry, the client, the potential client has to give a whole lot of details before you can give them excellent or quality service, you know. So um, for me, yeah, I have a pre-qualification form, but it's in my business. I'll give you an instance with my own business, right? I'm a website broker. I sell domains too. I sell websites. I take a commission. So if you have a website, I help you to sell your website, and you give me a 10% of what I sold it for. We close the deal. But these websites, some of them they are very expensive. You understand? Um,
Yeah.
some websites could sell for 50K, 40K dollars, you know, 30. Some go as high as 100, 200, but I've not closed that. I've not closed any deal that is above 50. But I'm aiming at that. But what I'm saying is, for someone wants to buy that kind of website, I'm not going to send the details of the website to the person just because the person said I'm interested, right? So what I do is I say, okay, you're interested, right? This is a pre-qualification form. Just fill this form. So in that form, I'll ask them, um, what niche are you interested in? What specific, what is the traffic volume? What is this? What we have some terms we use. So at the end of the form, you know, I would tell them to upload, I'll give them this option to upload their proof of funds. You know, they need to show me that they have that amount of money in their account before we show them the details. Then there's an option to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. They need to sign it. So when they are done with that phase, we're now ready to send the details of the website to them, because we can't just keep sending website details to everybody that comes. Some people are not coming to buy, some of them are coming to spy. you know, Coming to spy, they might be your competitors. They come to spy on you and use it against you. So as a broker, I'm supposed to be defending, I'm supposed to be the face of the transaction for both the buyer and the seller. So they need to fill that form. So the form, the one we fill, ask them some questions, but those ones are a bit complex because of the business, and the nature of our business. But a simple pre-qualification form is, for me, I wouldn't say add a name. Those details are personal. You could skip them so that people are not going to like, oh, this is becoming. You just ask them simple questions depending on what you want to get from them. Um, for instance, let's say the person needs a coaching section or mentoring. I've not done any of these things, coaching or mentoring, but I'm just saying, like, the person needs it. Then questions like, what have you been struggling with? How long have you been struggling with it? Have it more like something a doctor is going to ask you before giving you prescription, so that they don't give you prescription that will make you start barking like a dog. So you ask those questions. What have you been what have you been experiencing? Have you taken advice from, okay, has anyone done this for you? Have you done maybe any kind of mentoring or coaching or clarity section before now? What was the result? So you ask those questions so that you see if you can really help the person. Then for the part of especially because of Nigerians, for the part that has to do with money, once an average Nigerian sees money, they is a turn off. They just feel, I can't pay this money. So is that's where psychology comes into. You need to be very smart about it. So what do? You tell them that, so if you have this problem solved, what do you think you can pay for it? You know, they should be the one to tell you. At that point, if someone says, I'm going to pay 10 naira, it doesn't mean you're going to accept 10 naira from the person. What you're even doing, you're even gathering, is going to help you to gather feedback. So that it's going to help you to gather feedback and become, you now know that, okay, I'm not going to be targeting these people that give me so prizes, because someone would have a price. Everyone has a price in their head that they will. So if you think you need assistance with you, or if you think we can help you, how much do you think you can pay? Or how much do you think you have? How much do you think you can pay for getting this? You just put the solution for them. How much do you think you can pay for getting this solution? Then don't give them an option. Just give them like a blank space to put a figure. If you give them an option, they get scared again. They could skip. So you allow them to decide. Some persons might say 5K, 10K. The funny thing is, the person that said 5K, if to say 5,000 they there for scare the person too. Psychology, you understand? So I don't joke with psychology because I've been learning it. I've been practicing it for like 4 5 years, and I've been reading. I listen to podcasts on mindset, on how people think, like podcasts where what do they call those people? Neurology, I really call them. So I listen to lots of them, and I'm starting to study human behavior and everything. So when you give people power, and that power, by power I mean that you give them the power to decide, you're going to get people. People do it and use it to manipulate people. Manipulation could come in with giving people power. So you give them power, they think you've given them power to decide, and you use it to manipulate them. So, but that is like the wrong reason. But you could use it to get them to say what they were more like. Is what do they call it? Open-ended question. Is not a closed-ended question. A closed-ended question is, Will you pay 50,000 or 100K? They must choose one. But an open-ended question is, how much do you think you can pay? You give them that power, that option. So they put down the price that they think they can pay. Then from there, you could decide that this is someone I would give a chance. Maybe the person's price might be low, and you could reach out to the person and say, okay, I noticed what you said you could pay is this amount, but I'm going to help you out, but that is not what I charge. I charge this. But I'm helping you out because of this. So you're telling the person, I'll help you, but don't think this is what I do. You see? So you could come in with that and cover the parts of the what do they call it? The parts of the payment, right? And then try to get their WhatsApp or their email or any of the contacts you like to reach them. Like if you if yes, if you pick if you okay, something like I'm trying to come up with something like if how much do you think you can pay for this? Put the space. Um, how do we reach? How do we contact you? What is the best medium? Because you need to people need to give you the best medium you can contact them with. We should not assume. That is another mistake people make. So instead of asking what is the best medium, you now ask what is your WhatsApp contact. What if the person is not active on WhatsApp? That is another conversation. So ask people. If you do asking a whole lot and not if you skip assumptions and do a whole lot of asking, you're going to succeed so well in lots of the things you do because you're a physiotherapist, right? You're into that field. I think I've seen a couple of your posts around it. So you realize that if you come to the medical field, these people do a whole lot of Christian asking. And funny thing, we don't apply them in these other fields, you know. We feel the doctors are the ones to do a whole lot of asking. A real estate agent that doesn't do a whole lot of asking or clarity is going to mess themselves up because they will take you take the client or the potential client to a house and they tell you they don't like the house. Take them to another because you didn't just ask questions. What is your budget? What kind of house do you need? Do you prefer somewhere that is like this? That thing is going to cut off all the stress that comes with going to this house and the person is saying, I don't like it. You go to some other place and you don't like anywhere. Which one way you can't like? Now you messed up. You didn't ask a whole lot of questions, So you ask, tell the person, what medium would you prefer for communication? They should tell you. If they tell you email, like for me, if you ask me medium for communication, I'll never tell you WhatsApp because sometimes I open my WhatsApp twice in a week, sometimes once in a week, sometimes once, maybe 3 times in a week. And the reason why I go to WhatsApp is because someone forced me to go to WhatsApp. I've been active a bit on WhatsApp because of this conference. I said, okay, they might have sent me a message, let me go and check. Besides that, I'm not active on WhatsApp because I don't get nothing from WhatsApp. And I have my clients are not on WhatsApp. They are not Nigerians. I work with foreigners. An average American doesn't use WhatsApp. So I'm supposed to be where my clients are, like I said from the onset. So I'm always on Messenger, I'm always on Skype, I'm always using emails. I check my emails per second because that is where I
Wow.
communicate with this. So if I'm filling a form and you ask me what is your preferred medium of communication, then I'll tell you email or Skype. But someone else could pick WhatsApp, and everybody is right. We just have our preferences for special reasons, you know. So you don't give people option like choices. You allow them to make choices by themselves. That means you're going to be doing when you're filling that form, you're going to be doing a whole lot of open-ended questions. What do you think? Questions like what do you think? How much do you think? What is your preferred this? We shouldn't decide for when we start deciding for people, we take the power from them. And when you take the power from people, you make them powerless. And the powerless person will be scared of you, like, man, I don't think I can work with this person. You understand? When because they feel that, oh, I really don't have so much. So when you give them that decision making and everything, then when they come from there you could see what you could extract people's what is in someone's head just by asking. You could take a lot from asking. Then for the second question, payment processor, um, is a lot. 98% of Americans they use PayPal, to make payments. Anything they do with you, any transaction they close, service based, freelancing, or they buy a product from you, they are going to pay with PayPal. Like that percentage is huge. Let me not say 98, let's say 95% of Americans. And then some Europeans are going to use PayPal. So PayPal is a must if you are if you're serving the foreign market, either with freelancing or you're selling to them or any of those things. Then Stripe is like the Stripe follows PayPal. Let's say Stripe could be 60 or 65, 70%. You know, these days it's getting more popular. You understand? They use it for e-commerce. People that are into e-commerce, drop shipping and the rest of them. They use it a whole lot. Stripe. But Stripe doesn't accept Nigerians. PayPal doesn't accept Nigerians. Um, Payoneer is there. Payoneer is like the easiest option for a Nigerian. But the problem is most foreigners don't pay with Payoneer. They do, but I think 15 or 20% um, that would agree to pay you with Payoneer. Some of them don't have Payoneer accounts. So Payoneer is like the easiest because when they pay you, you could withdraw your funds. You understand? You could connect your local bank to Payoneer. Like they pay you, you you connect your bank to Payoneer, and that money goes to your local bank. You understand? You withdraw the naira equivalent. Payoneer has I don't know if they still issue out cards. They had this card one time when they send you payment, you could use that card to go to the ATM and make withdrawals, like in naira. You understand? Or you could, yeah, I think naira or dollar. Yeah, I think they stopped it at a point. They were giving that card for free. I had that card in 2018, or sorry, 2019, and mine expired and the rest. So they give it for free. They are going to deliver it for you. But you could use their virtual card. They have a virtual card. So those are payment options that a huge percentage of Americans or these people that would hire in the foreign market. That's so PayPal, Stripe, Payoneer, slightly. Then crypto. Crypto is like the least option because the thing about crypto is if money is sent, then is if you scam person, you don't scam the person. You understand? It can be reversed and all of those. But PayPal has this chargeback option. So if I'm sending money to you for a service and you plan to scam me, you plan to, they waste your time, no need. Because that money, when it goes into PayPal, there's what they call, there's this phase in PayPal when money comes in, it goes into pending. So it could be pending for like 48 hours or to 72 hours before the person that sent it to you, needs to confirm it and approve it. That means if I send you money for a service, PayPal could hold it on my behalf until I confirm that I've received the service. That's why a huge percentage of people use PayPal because PayPal protects them and you're not going to blame them. A whole lot of things happen. So Stripe, I think Stripe has that option kind of, but it's not as strong as PayPal's option. And then PayPal has because of their policies, they could freeze your account. They've frozen lots of my accounts in the past with money. When they freeze your account, it's gone, or with the money and everything. So, but the thing is, if you are a freelancer or you serve the foreign market, what I would advise is instead of creating those accounts by yourself, use exchangers. There are exchangers that buy those funds and they give you naira equivalent. So they have accounts that are solid. Like these accounts have been tested, they have their systems. Some of them have people in the US that could receive on their behalf. And so these exchangers have systems because it's their business. You understand? So I use
Yes.
exchangers. I hardly receive funds. The funds I receive to in my PayPal account today, they are small funds, maybe $30, $20, and I use them for domain renewals. I use them to buy small items, maybe to pay for a course or maybe training. Any of these small things I could just do online, maybe $5, $10. But if I'm receiving 600, 500, $1,000, God knows I don't go fit, I don't go ever use my PayPal account, you know. So what I'll do is I'll use those exchangers. They receive on my behalf, then they give me the naira equivalent. Yeah, the conversion rate is not always, maybe if the naira dollar is 1,000 naira, they could give you maybe 900 because they're in business, they are resellers, So exchangers are like the best. Find a reliable exchanger, and that's fine. You're fine. I have a good number of them that are, I could vouch for them 100% that hey, these guys are good. So I don't know if I missed out on anything. I don't know.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You didn't miss out. You didn't miss out on anything. I remember you said you were going to tell us the story, one story, why it's important to, um, let me see, story about treating people right. So
Okay, there's this Indian
yes.
guy. Let me do that quickly. There's this Indian guy. He reached out to me on Facebook. He sent me a DM. I think I checked that DM. It wasn't my message request. I checked it like 4 days. I saw it 4 days after he sent it. I opened the message and man, that dude, he couldn't put words together like that you would understand. Like his English was horrible, Like I sincerely didn't understand what he was, but I just had to put words together. Like he mentioned websites. Did you sold some websites? I think that was what he said. I said, man, okay, that means this dude might be asking, do you sell websites? I said yes. And I went to his profile, and the profile was empty. His profile picture, I think the last one he took was in 2014 or 13. That was there. He has not posted anything. The picture was, I think he was in a farm. He was there, like everything about him could tell him off. Like, man, this person is serious. I said yes. I said I broker websites. I have some because what I do is I have a portfolio. I have like a link that contains details of websites. So I will send that link to the person, and the person goes through it and tell the person will tell me that okay, I'm interested in this one. Then we'll now start discussing about that one. So I sent him the link, and the one he picked was the website of IT. $28,000. I said, oh, I said, man. So I went back again. I now told myself, I said, no, so you dey tell people to treat everybody right. This is now the time to do that. You now realize that my content that I share out there is both for myself too. You understand? It wouldn't make sense that a doctor died of malaria. Doctor, we don't treat people for malaria, tire. Now malaria or killer. You understand? So I say, man, okay, you need to treat this. You need to, so I tried. It was difficult, and the conversation was not too connected. It was in beats and everything, but that is me. I'm patient. I was patient with him, and we got to the phase where he didn't have an escrow account. An escrow account is like a third party that receives money, holds the money, and then when we're done with the deal, they release the money to the seller, kind of. So he didn't have an escrow account. We created an escrow account, and he bought that website for 27K, and I made 2,700 from that deal. If I show you his profile, man, 99% of people will not respond to him. You're saying this one a mad person. But that's not business. You understand? Business has to go beyond a whole lot of emotions. Business has to You need to cut off emotions. You need to cut off a whole lot of things, you know. So treating people right. That was one of the instances that I could share easily because it happened, and that guy has recommended 6 persons to me since after that. The day we spoke on phone, we spoke on Skype, we jumped on a Skype call. He told me, Nonso, you are the best guy I've seen online. You are good. You don't take money. You didn't take no money. You finished the deal. You do everything and you took your money. Waiting in the try talk, we say I I'm always the last person. I'm always the last person to take money from a deal. Even if the deal, some of these deals could stay for a month, like they could linger for a month, 2 months, 3 weeks. They are not small deals that we just do today and tomorrow everybody's paid. No. So what I do is because they need to migrate the website, they need to do. I do paperwork, I do agreements, I do bill of sale, I do all of these things. So that um it's going to be authentic. They will see that okay, they're buying a website. A website is a property now. A website is like buying a house that is on a land. The domain is an empty land. When you build a website on it, it's like you're selling a property, and it's a digital property. So what we do is like digital real estate. You see, so all the papers and everything, we do those things. They sign digitally, and then we receive money. All of those things. Sometimes it takes 3 weeks, and I'm the last person to receive my commission. Most brokers take their commission once the deal starts, but I don't do that. I allow all the parties to be satisfied, 100%, 100%. All the files would have been sent, all the social media handles would have been transferred, everything. Then I'll say, okay, I'm now ready to accept my payment. Like the thing they mad then, like who be this person? What am I doing? I'm trying to restore that image. They have an image, whether I like it or not, they have something about us in their head. So we need to always disappoint them. I disappoint them always, you know, disappoint. So if you're thinking, oh, he's a Nigerian, then I'll disappoint you and show you that I'm the most honest person you've seen. Then I'll disappoint you, keep disappointing you, and you keep being impressed. And that impression lasts for a lifetime. That's how all of this trust is built. So that was how I closed that deal, and I said, okay, treat everybody right until they prove otherwise. It was a quote I came up with by myself. I just had to say, okay, treat everybody right till they prove otherwise, because yeah, people are going to prove otherwise sometimes. Some people, but we should treat them right first. Then they should now prove that they don't need the rightness. Yeah. And for the form, yeah, for the template, I could come up with, you could just tell me what you want to use it for. I come up with a template for you, like the Google form template, and send. Then you could copy, and make use of it much later. I could come up with something for you.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll reach out to you now. Thank you
All
so
right.
so much. Thank you so much, so I really appreciate. We are saying a big thank you. This is huge. 3 solid hours. This is huge. There's no way. There's no way we could have been able to afford this value. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for being real. Thank you for sharing all that you've shared tonight. And I'm making you a promise on behalf of every participant here that we are going to implement, and then we'll come with our success stories. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so 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 much. We really appreciate you. So
Yeah, thanks for having me too. And you're doing amazing well. I'm very proud of you, man. I've been really like, man, no worry, I did plan something for you. I'm going to work with you. I have some
wow.
projects that I want you to be part of my team. Yeah, some projects I'll be
Oh,
launching, and I wanted to keep it, but I don't know why I can't talk am now. God, why? But you're a great guy. Well, your way.
Wow, wow, wow. Make I change position. I don't stand up. Hey, this one sweet me. Wow, thank you very much. I'm up for it. I'm up for it.
Your
I'm
name is on my
honored.
list, and I'm serious about it. Yeah, I
Wow.
don't know as a TikToker, but he's out. So, but
Yay.
trust me, yeah, we would work together definitely. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I look forward to it. Thank you so, so, so much. Thank you so much. Oh, so guys, thank you for attending. Thank you for being here, for learning with us, with me. I took a lot of notes. I wrote a lot of things down, and I trust you did too. So now it's upon us to go and implement. We don't have choice. We don't have excuse for somebody to bring out 3 hours of his time plus to share knowledge, to share powerful insight. That's a lot of sacrifice, and we have to pay back by ensuring that we get results, valid results. Okay. So you all do have an amazing night rest. We're going to meet in the group chat, talk, and I'm going to send Sanon. So please, I'll need your social media links, particularly Facebook and any other one, Substack, anything at all. Just anything that you want to give us to follow you and learn more from you. I would want to share with everybody so that even those who are not here, so that they will have to they don't have choice. They must come and learn from you. They must come and learn. That's why I keep on that learner's tribe. At a point I was like, let me kuku just change the name, because anything I see and I read it and I find value, I'll just share it with them sharp sharp. They'll be wondering what's good. What's going on here? This is not. We did used to read, we used to read your contents before, and now every time Nonso, I said people should just be collecting. I don't. Sometimes I'll have an idea of a content to post, and that idea will be lingering for like 2 weeks, and all of a sudden I see a post that you make, and it's like a replica and more. Like it's the perfect description of everything I had in mind and more. So I'll just be like, oh God, oh, thank you very much for saving me from this one. I'll just carry it like that, go to the group, the platform, boom, I'll push it to them. Whether they like it or not, they have to enjoy what is coming from your table. So thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. And we look forward to learning from you again and again. Thank you, and I have an amazing night rest. So
All right,
bye
you too.
everybody.